All I'm saying is this. How about you wipe that paint off your face and then see if you still got that same confidence when you talk to me? 99% of you women won't. Y'all be chasing a woman that's running from you.
Come on, champ.
You supposed to be picking a one that's looking at you.
Come on, champ.
When you do that, you don't even need game because she gonna do everything you need. My uncle told me, stop looking at that that you want and start looking at that little funny looking in the corner that's looking at you because that woman finna do everything for you. The value that a woman brings to the table makes her bad to me. So the looks ain't even gonna be the first thing. Y'all put that before everything. I'm putting what a woman's doing for me before everything. I hate to say it, but I'ma say it. You gotta get you a new broad because the old broad you got is always gonna try to treat you how you used to be. And dudes always choosing some bum broad to fuck with. What do that make you? Okay. A woman don't respect, but what she's forced to respect. Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? You know, the Goldie hour, you know, we back in action, live in the flesh. GameGod, Goldie, one and only. You know who it is. You know what it is. What we talking about tonight? You know it's been a minute. You know I had a eventful birthday month. I'm just now slowing down. Did a full city tour out the country, all type of stuff. I got a lot to talk about. But what y'all want to talk about though? What y'all want to talk about tonight? Somebody said they've been waiting on the book. You know, I had some assistants there. My assistants are out the country. I ain't gonna give you that game, no, but they was out the country. They had a little natural disaster. And then we had some new edits we had to make. But we just sent out 70 books yesterday. So if you ain't got your book, it's going to come. And we got a little something special in there for the wait. And if you DM me personally, I'm going to give you something extra. But it's going to be worth it when you get it. Life-changing game. Appreciate the birthday. Oh, yeah, man. First thing I got to say, too, is my surprise birthday, right? It's a lot of people that wasn't there that should have been there. But, you know, it was a surprise. So everybody don't know everybody that I know. I'm one of them people where it's like, I be in so many different circles that don't mix, but you know, I be in different circles. So a lot of people I know don't know other people I know. You feel what I'm saying? So, and let me tell you, you know, I was told by my homie Sam in Dubai, 100 millionaire sold his company for 100 million. And I was asking, you know, I'm always trying to get some game. He told me, he was like, man, that's how he became who he was. He said he always networked with everybody. He didn't just stay in his circle. He wouldn't have been able to put together the company he had if he was just in his circle. So he always networked with so many different circles. He was able to pull people with different expertise. So I'll say that to you too, man. Network with as many people as possible. You know, I got some friends, you know, like I said, 100 millionaire homies. I got some friends who still in the trenches. I got some friends, and it don't always mix. I got some friends that ain't gonna mix with this person right here because he bring the gun in the club everywhere, you know, and I can't mix him with this friend. So I be in a lot of different circles. I know a lot of different people. But I say that to say, if you wasn't there, don't take no offense. It wasn't me inviting nobody. You know, one of my chicks, she put it together. She don't know everybody I know. Hey, man, she ain't even know all the bras I had to, you know, to bring, you know. But she did her thing, though. Hey, listen, get you a woman that's going to invite one of your other women to your party with no type of feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? I should send you to show you the text. She sent one of my bras. She like, I don't know if this is weird, but I know he would be happy if you was at his party. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, she got me these 2 carat diamond earrings. You know, it's funny when I first met her, she got me 1 carat diamond earrings. So, you know, get you a woman that like you a lot. They're gonna do a lot for you. What we talking about tonight though? Rory, appreciate it with the $49.99. We starting off good already. And if anybody watching this on Instagram, get on the YouTube because that's where I look at my comments at. Do I feel young? Yeah, I feel like I'm young. You know, but listen, you know what they say, you trade youth for wisdom, and that's not a bad trade. Would I want to go back in time and be as stupid as I was? Nah, because I might not make it to here. You know, I got lucky by the hair of my chinny chin. I even made it this far, so I don't want to do it again. I might not get lucky a second time. You trade youth for wisdom, and that's a fair trade. You know what I'm saying? You seen that? All right. Well, y'all know that. Yeah. I'm gonna do some Black Friday sales for sure. And you know, if you got the GameGod bundle, every day I'm producing new material, new courses. Oh, I got some fire too. So if you get the GameGod bundle, you getting even more now because I steady keep on putting new courses, new game, how to make her useful. All y'all always ask me, man, how do I make the bra useful? So I finally came up with a course on how to make the woman useful. Seems elementary to me. I would have never thought so many of you have a problem with making your woman useful. How do I make her useful? So I got that for you. What we talking about tonight, though, man? I wasn't even gonna jump on, but I ain't been on in a minute. I got a whole lot of business I'm handling, a whole lot of new things going on. You like this? You like the new merch? It's a one-on-one. No, y'all can't get this one unless y'all really like it. I produce it for you. And if y'all didn't know, I own. Let me ask y'all this, right? Because I think I'm a genius. I trademarked God, GAWD, right? And I thought to myself, how is it that nobody in the United States thought to themselves, let me trademark GAWD? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a genius. So we coming with that God merch because we all gods, right? You got to remember that shit. I'm gonna try not to cuss because I'm on Instagram and they just gave me my shit back. And I just cursed. Yeah, exactly. I did. They said send for the win. She said thank you. Yeah, listen, you know what? I need to take a moment right now to appreciation from this woman right here. You know what I'm saying? She done put together a whole surprise party. And shout out to Chef, my guy. Shout out AB. You know, they kept me in the dark. Hey man, nigga know how to trick me, know how to get me outside. I said, hey man, we got some hoes, man. We got a 2-piece going. Yeah, nigga knew how to get me outside. He told me, hey man, we doing something. Hey man, we got some bras, some top bras on the line. We out here sitting, smoking some hookah, and he like, oh yeah, they about to pull up. They about to pull up. I'm like, all right, bet. I told him, I said, bro, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Ain't no bra gonna treat me like a flunky, not pull up on time. And you know, but he was trying to keep me there because they was putting a party together and everything. So shout out to them. I don't never really do stuff for my birthday. I don't really do birthdays like that, but I appreciate it though. And the fact that Sin came through how you came through and got me you know what I mean? And just, it's a good time. All right, but let's get into it though. What we doing? Hey, you know what I heard? Y'all asking about my age. You know what I heard? Counting your birthdays is a spell because you only as old as you feel. So the moment you put a number on it, subconsciously you think you're older, so you're gonna start acting older. Don't count your birthdays. You know, don't put the number on your cake. You know what I'm saying? You as old as you feel. And some people at 30 plus feel better and look better than they did at 20. So it's like, why are we even counting it for? I'm living life. Don't matter the age, it's how old you feel. I feel youthful. I'm doing better, having more. I wouldn't go back in time if I could. Shout out to Rory though. Mr. Chandler, shout out to you. He said, I'm going to get in the brotherhood. Hey, yeah, everybody get in the brotherhood, right? It's a small community of us, the Players Club. You know, I got courses in there that I won't even sell. We do weekly calls where we chopping game, and I could talk how I want to talk because I ain't got to filter it, and I could give all the game. Get in that right now, link in the description. But let's get into it. If y'all ain't got no good questions, I'm going to have her ask me some questions. Somebody said, I met this dancer. She says she won't work. Come on, man. We can't talk like this. You know what? For all you dudes on here that be trying to, I want to be a PIM, I ain't gonna say it. For all of you dudes on here trying to do that, I'm a call my homie who just got out of prison. He told me this. It's 2 things right now that the government is on. Fentanyl and human trafficking. I know you don't think it's human trafficking, but that's what they call it. He said those are the number 2 things that's priority for him right now. You're gonna go to prison. Hey man, and when you go to prison, you're gonna have to get out and register as a sex offender. Can't pick your kids up from school. Can't, you know, don't do it. It's too much money online. You can make a woman useful. You can make a woman check it in. You ain't gotta be trying to do that though. Might have saved somebody's life right now. So I ain't even gonna answer that question for you. You want to talk like that, man, book a call and we could talk like that. Or matter of fact, you want to talk like that, get in a brotherhood, and you could ask that on our private calls. You can't ask that on here though. Talking about how to get some money from a woman. She says that she's not green and doesn't need a man to teach her to make her own money. Yet she riding 09 Civic. I mean, you don't find ducks and teach them to fly. You find eagles and teach them to fly in formation. I'm going to say that again. You don't find ducks and teach them to fly. You find eagles and teach them to fly in formation. If she good and don't need a man and know everything she's supposed to know, her cup is too full. Why waste your time? You're only, it's another saying, don't try to teach a pig to fly. It's impossible, and you only irritate the pig and yourself. She's a loser. Leave her where she's at. I've tried to take many women and elevate them. They don't want to do it. I put the ball in their hand, they're going to drop it. I give her the play, she don't do it. I tell her to do this, she don't want to do it. She's a duck. Go find you an eagle. Now, it's not as many eagles out there, but guess what? That one eagle is going to take you farther than 10 ducks to take you, and I did it. For 10 years, I was taking ducks and teaching them to fly, taking bras out the gutter and turning them into this, getting this surgery, that surgery, and putting them in a game. And when I finally got the new game and I got my first broad that was already on a certain type of time with a certain type of mindset, who really wanted it, who really saw the vision, who really appreciated the game, I made more in those 2 years than I did the past 10. So it's free game right there. Don't waste your life like I did. Yeah, Mr. Chandler, getting in brotherhood for sure. He said, I missed your Bday masterclass. Are you doing it again? Yeah, we're going to do it again. Everybody who missed the masterclass when I was teaching digital products, I'm going to do it again next week. So get in there. I didn't realize how many people, it's crazy, man. Everybody I want to do this brick and mortar. I want to do this service-based business. Do you not understand how much money you can make online selling digital products? And you don't have to have a big following. Y'all living in the past. Y'all living in what's that time called? I ain't pay attention to school. What's that time called? The revolutionary. What's the period where what's the period? Revolution, the something revolution with the trains and everything, and it was like a new. Oh, you don't even know. Anyway, y'all living in the past. If you even trying to do stuff like that, I was saying just a minute ago, right? Somebody goes and does lashes for an hour. Somebody goes and does nails for an hour. Somebody even cutting hair for 2-3 hours. Bro, while I'm sitting on here, I'll probably make more than $1,000 in 20 minutes because somebody bought a digital product, got delivered to them. I don't gotta pack nothing. I don't gotta put it together. I don't gotta send nothing out. You need to get with the new movement. But that's enough about that. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm just saying, if y'all still trying to do all of these other things, you living in the past, you missing out on this free money. Industrial Revolution. There you go. Yeah, you niggas living in dark ages, man. Do I look 40? You know what? I won't even I'm not offended if somebody say I'm 40 because I'm going to take it as a compliment because of my wisdom. I say it all the time, man. I got wisdom of a 60-year-old. So maybe because of the way I talk, you feel like I've lived that many lifetimes. Come on with the questions, though. Come on with the questions, man, or I'm going to jump off of here. Here, you got some questions over there? Yeah, I said, do you have some questions? Not do they have some questions? Nah, they can't. I can hear you, though. She said, why do they say married men cheat the most? I don't know why they say that. First of all, I've never heard that. All men cheat, though. All men cheat. It is what it is, and I tell women all the time. Oh, let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question in here. If your woman asked you, hey, how many women have you had sex with in the last 6 months? How many of you would be honest with her? It's a real question. One of my little chicks asked me that, and I told her flat out the number. Would you do that? Would you do that? I just want to know. You can't say you a real man. I guess we're not even going to say man. That's so convoluted. You can't say you a king, you a boss, you a god if you running around lying. The energy leak in your mind about that, having to lie, having to have another phone, having to have a password here, having to do all that is such an energy leak. That's why you're not successful. When you tell it like it is, when it is, and how it is, you may lose some women, but guess what? You always going to have that mental clarity to keep pushing forward. You be aligned with the Most High when you living how you're supposed to live and you doing things how you want to do it. Don't say you a boss. Don't say you a king if you sneaking around doing this, doing that. I want to know how many of y'all in here would have told her for real. I did it, and you know what? It was respected. It was respected. I'm gonna go through the list of questions right now that y'all sending in right now. Do you got a question or while we waiting? Hurry up. Come on, you got to chop with it. You still you, do I think what? Do what? You're fired again. You're taking too long with these questions. All right, somebody got a question. He said, I don't know about that question. When you hit a plateau, I just broke 6 figures. You say multiple times you could create a miracle. Okay, this is a good one. It's deep too. We're gonna see what I got for this. He said, I heard you say multiple times you could create miracles with a woman because she has a lot of emotion. Can you elaborate more on that? All right, listen. I've manifested my entire life. It's all what they say. We are a broadcasting tower. We emit frequencies. And so when you emit frequencies to the universe, the strongest frequency is when it's mixed and tied with emotions. That's why they say if you do your affirmations, it don't mean nothing if you just saying it. It's the emotion that you put in. Emotion mixed with imagery, right? Creates worlds. Women are very emotional. So what that means is that woman can broadcast a super strong frequency to the universe, good or bad. So if you get her on your same type of time, if y'all locked in mentally, I used to tell all my women, like, we get to a point where I was about to call you, you called me. I was about to text you, you text me. I said, okay, we got that thing going. Hey, baby, we got that thing going. Now it's time to start manifesting, right? So when you get a woman on your same type of time, really in tune with you, entwined with you, you're not lying, you're not cheating, you're not sneaking around, so she's really locked in and she has no bad feelings about you, then you can impute your mind into her, your desires and your goals into her. And because now what they say in the Bible, when two people come together in my name, Napoleon Hill, a mastermind. What does he say? A mastermind will create your dreams faster than anything else. And he says the most important mastermind is your wife or your significant other, right? Because something magical happens. It's not 1 + 1. It's 1 times infinity. When you get with a woman or a person who has the same type of goals, same type of ambition. So I've been able to do this multiple times with so many different women. When we get on that same type of time, when we really locked in, when we really having the same goals, miracles have happened in my life so many times I can't even explain. Y'all have heard some of the stories. Even with Milan, y'all seen her on here. That woman, they don't call her no broad because she done did so much back in the day. Me and her was like this. She always had a certain type of mindset, and we were so locked in. We created miracles together. When I say money, I ain't made more money with a woman than with her. And it's because we had that thing going. And I have so many other women like that. But let me tell you something. The reason that you guys will never have that with a woman because your woman don't like you. Why she don't like you? Because you a liar, you a cheat, you a sneak. You lying to her about this, you lying to her about that. So now that energy that she's putting out is actually counterintuitive to your success because she don't want to see you win. She don't like you. So all of those same emotions, which are super strong, is a frequency she's putting out to the universe and she's in your sphere and we're all co-creating this reality. I'm talking over a lot of y'all heads, so I'm going to move on. But I have created miracles with women because when you have a woman on your same type of time, two come together in my name, 1 times infinity, that woman will make everything that you want come into fruition. That's why you got to stop lying to these women. That's why you got to stop getting women who don't really like you. They just like you for what you got. Because if you get a woman on your same type of time who really like you, who really had those emotions for you, who you ain't lying to, so she really feels a bond with you, y'all can create miracles. And I've done it so many times. Deep subject, you know. We going to get off it. We going to go to the next question. Let me know if that was good enough for you. He said, cry to that woman before you lie to that woman. Yeah. You know, I hear that all the time. They like, never cry in front of your woman. Never tell your woman that you stressed out. I don't know what type of woman you got. I don't know what type of woman you got. Like, I hear what you're saying. Hey, man, and I'm going to keep it real. And it's a lot of dudes that I respect who say that. And all I can say to that is, you ain't never had a woman who really liked you. Well, first of all, I don't cry. When was the last time I cried? I don't cry like that, you know? But I probably cried the same amount as other people, but I can't remember the last time I cried. But at the end of the day, I could come to my woman and tell her, hey, I'm stressed out about this, and third, because I know she going to juice me up about it. If I come to her, she going to juice me up about it. You talking about if you cry in front of your woman, this, that, and the third, yeah, that's a woman that don't really fuck with you like that. But if she really fuck with you, man, who else you going to go to? When you down and out, when you really got a partner, when you really got somebody who want to see you win, then that's gonna be your support system. Now, I'm not saying you need it. Now, understand what type of broad you got, man. There's some broads I would never do that to, but if you got a real one, you could do that, and ain't nothing wrong with that. She gonna boost you up, juice you up, gas you up, and make you feel better about the situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I gotta say about that. I do remember though a time when I told this broad I was with, first time ever, and I told her, I was like, listen, I'm going through it. Money getting funny, and it's like I'm stressed, and I really broke it down to her. Next day she was gone. Swear to God. Swear to God, next day she was gone. But that ain't the right woman for you. So I ain't saying do it to every woman. I ain't saying do it at all. But I'm just saying, like, when you really got a real one that's locked in, man, she ain't gonna look at you no different because she really locked in with you. Y'all don't have women that's locked in with you. See, something about me, I don't mess with a bunch of women, but the women I mess with, we like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the only type of woman I would really want to mess with. I don't want to just hold hands and kick cans. I don't want to just go out to dinner and have sex and go on vacation. I fuck with women that I fuck with like this. If I can't fuck with you like that, I don't really want to fuck with you because I know we can't really build nothing. So when you niggas be talking about that, don't never tell your woman nothing. Well, you ain't never had a real woman there. And I feel bad for you because ain't nothing like when you can tell your woman something, she gonna gas you up and she gonna make you feel better and she ain't gonna look at you no different about it. Y'all just dealing with women who don't really deal with you like that. He said, abroad, appreciate the super chat. KU improved. He said, abroad helped me get an office job when we was dating. This was the type of value she was bringing to my life. She lives where I work. How do I move around when she could possibly get evil, get me fired? Man, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Ain't no way around it. You already you what they say, shitting when you sleep. You already did that. So it's like you just gotta play it for what it is and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Sometimes you just gotta say that. We always trying to get ourselves out of something, but you know what? Sometimes you got to learn that lesson that don't let no bitch get you no job. Don't let no bitch put you in a position that she could take away. From the inception of what she did, it was always a possibility she could do that. And 9 times out of 10, exactly what you think is gonna happen is probably gonna happen. And it is what it is. So remember that story you heard that hanger still ringing in the closet? Oh yeah. People don't understand. I done had so many women leave me because I had so many women in the past, man. It's like I go out for some food, you know, come back, baby, I got the food. And I'm looking in the closet and the hangers is still swinging because she just left that fast. You know, it be like that sometimes. So when you get left like me damn near 100 times, a woman leaving ain't even nothing, man. They come leaving. So when a woman stay, I'm pleasantly surprised. I don't even, but when you've only had a few relationships your whole life, see me, I was a player. So I had many women, multiple women. So it's nothing. I understand what it is, man. After the 20th woman left me, it was nothing. I don't even expect them to stay. Oh, when she here 3 weeks, I'll be like, oh shit, she's still here. 3 months. Oh, she's still a year. She's still, you know, I'm always expecting that it's going to end. That's why I get the most out of them today. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing in the game. Like, you don't never know when this bro going to leave, so you got to get the most out of him today. That's why I got to get my new guy because y'all ain't getting the most out of him. Y'all ain't getting nothing out of him. Come on, man, with these pimp questions. Can you pimp a girl that you are in love with or will it never work? Man, listen, even having that question is just knock it off. What are you trying to do right now? Leave it like my OG Johnny Cash would say. Leave it to the professionals, man. Enough Israel. Appreciate the super chat. $49.99. Finna leave my city, bro. Appreciate you. Self-love is key. Straight up. Hey, man. I didn't become who I was until I left my city. You know, I left my city with $1,500 in my pocket in my car, and I was willing to sleep in my car, and that made me everything I was. And I've done that multiple times. And I've coached multiple men who I've convinced to move. They went, oh, well, my lease, my girl, my this, my that. Every single one of them I've convinced to leave is in a better position. They thank me profusely today, except for one. I haven't talked to him. You know, except for him, I don't know what he's doing because he just fell off grid. But every other person was like it was the best decision they ever made in their life. And that's why most people going to be regular, man, because they're going to stay in their same city doing what's comfortable, man. Hey, man, I had a mentor, right? He told me, he said, if you ain't living with anxiety in your stomach, you're not reaching your potential, right? We run from that anxiety in our stomach. I've lived with that for so long, it just becomes normal. And if you're not living with anxiety in your stomach, you're not pushing yourself, which means you're not growing. Hey, there is no in between. You either growing or you dying. If you comfortable, hey, guess what? You're dying. Hey, man, anytime I'm too comfortable, I get scared. I'm like, oh, shit is about to fall off in a minute because I should never be comfortable. That's why I'm always buying shit. I'm always doing this. I'm always pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I had a mentorship where it was like $30,000 for a weekend, and then we had a mentorship for a year. And every single day we had to submit, like what we did for the week at the end of the week, but we had to talk about it every day. Every single day on that list was do something that makes you uncomfortable. It didn't matter what it was. And I had the most growth in that year than I had probably the last 5 years by making sure I was uncomfortable. Y'all run from everything uncomfortable. I say yes to everything, things I ain't ready for, because that's the only way to push your boundaries. And that's how you move forward quickly, is by doing things you're uncomfortable doing. Most of y'all want to wait for everything to be perfect, and you don't know, ain't nothing ever going to be perfect. Come on with the questions. They said, is this jacket for sale? Nah, right now. If y'all like it enough, though, I'll get it for you. Yeah, that do sound like a fair question. Y'all trying to knock me off my pivot. That's what y'all trying to do. Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk about it. He said, Goldie, did you get a chance to meet Sinful the Pete while campaigning in Vegas? No, I did not. I think he was living in Canada when I was in Vegas. I'm not sure. Brought the full bundle weeks ago. So much. Hey, listen, shout out to Orana Media. He said, bought the full bundle a few weeks ago. So much game. I'm still going through it all. Life changing. Highly recommended. It will change your life. Hey, man, I had to go through over a decade of being not only in a certain lifestyle, but I had some of the greats on some of the greatest documentaries mentor me personally. And some of the greats that has never been seen before mentor me personally. And all of that game and the wisdom from that and everything else, I put into this bundle. I put into these courses. So when you get this information, it's not just, oh, stuff that's Goldie saying. It's stuff that I've got from some of the greats, masters of the game for real. Certain game that changed my life, certain games that most people in the game will never get. So get the GameGod bundle right now. With the price going back up after I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But the price is about to go back up. We about to do this Black Friday sale. Get it right now, though. Change your life. Life changing. Even though she moved to New York, she married in Georgia still. I don't know what you said. Somebody said, I'm in the brotherhood now. Shout out to you. Get in the brotherhood. We got the weekly calls. We got courses. I drop daily game. My daily thoughts, my daily game, daily things I'm going through. It's something different than the Instagram. Man, Goldie is back. Hope you had a good B-Day, bro. Time to get back to this game. We never left. Oh, man, come on now. Come on now. We got to get back to it. Hey, man, they showed me a lot of love out in Toronto, man. I didn't know the game stretched that far. I'm in Toronto, and they coming up to me. They taking pictures. They invite me here. They invite me there. That's how strong the game is, because this is life-changing game. Gang guy, how you supposed to handle these over masculine bras who are damn near lesbian these days and time? Oh, I don't. I don't. I deal with women who are how I like. You don't find ducks and teach them to fly. You find eagles and teach them to fly in formation. Man, I deal with women who have the personality, the characteristics that I like. I've never not, and you know what? Something about me, I only attract those types. Now, I'm not going to say I don't run into punk bitches. I do. But it's a 2-second interaction. As soon as I realize they're a punk, I done live a long enough life to understand people don't change. When you really understand psychology, when I was in the game, my mentor told me, you need to read a whole bunch of psychology books. You need to read a whole bunch of books about upbringing and things of that nature. So I understand your personality and your character is damn near rooted at first 8 years when your subconscious is formed. Now, of course, people can change, but seldom will they ever. So you're working a backwards game trying to change this woman, and she's masculine, and I'm trying to change her. Nigga, you never will. And you're arrogant to think you should. And you're a fool to try to change her when it's 1,000,001, 6 billion women, 3 billion women out here. It just don't make sense. You get what I'm saying? That's why y'all got to get my how-to guide, what to say and how to say it. Because the reason that you're trying to fix that masculine broad and try to make her feminine, which you can never do, and even if she act like it for a time, she's just acting. It's not really in her. Why wouldn't you get a woman who it's actually in her to do that? It's because you don't get no bras and you don't think you can get another one. So if you learn how to get women, if you learn how to go outside and every day be able to catch at least one woman, and at the end of a week you can catch 7 women, you know, you will not be trying to change this woman or fix this woman or deal with this because you know how to catch women. And that's most people's problem. They be acting like, oh, you always talking about women. Listen, relationships are one of the biggest parts of life. You had all the money in the world, but you didn't have any relationships. It wouldn't even mean nothing. The quality of your life is going to be based on the quality of your relationships. And the most important relationship is going to be the relationship with your significant other, because that's the person you spend the most time with. So it's very important to know how to catch enough women to be able to find that one that's how you need her to be. So, I mean, bro, I'm not going to fix a masculine woman. That's how she is. I'm how I am. We just don't mesh. I'm going to find a woman that's in the feminine energy that I like. Now, I have met women with masculine energy, but they're feminine with me because I'm such a dominant individual. They want to bow down. So, I mean, like I said, bro, you wasting your time. 3 billion women in this world, man. Go find another one. Oh, man, we can't give up that type of game. He said his P's known as 16. I'm going to just give you some game, and I probably shouldn't do it. You know, at this point, the game ain't no secret society no more anyway. So I'm going to tell you what a 16 means. So when we say 16, y'all know your alphabets? Do y'all know your alphabets? So when you hear dudes saying 16, 16, 16, the 16th letter of the alphabet is P. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave it at that for those who don't know. And I probably shouldn't even have said that. Seeing Cardi B baby is legally Offset's, even though it's his Stefan's biologically. State of Georgia, where she was married, that's the law. If she married in Georgia, the father by law is the husband. Well, shit, that's the law. I heard he got chipped off a little bag, though, because they was married and she had a little bit bigger bag than him. So I feel like he came out with a W. GameGod Players Club. Yep, that's it. It's called the GameGod Players Club. Click the link in the description. Weekly calls, daily game, free courses, all that. Toronto represents. Shout out Toronto. Y'all rolled out the red carpet for real. And shout out Chef. You know saying we was messing with his OVO homies. Must have been trying to get the what to say and how to say it. Doesn't make sense to me though with the price of the bundle, but I have damn near everything in the bundle already. That's in the bundle though. We had 70 books go out yesterday. So if you didn't get your book is going out. We shipped out 70 books yesterday. Choose your baby mama wisely. They are for life. Not even a wife lasts that long. Yeah, that's a fact, man. I don't know one man with a baby mother where this shit just worked out. So you got to choose them wisely. That's why you got to get my information. Know how to choose a woman. Y'all choose them all wrong. You're choosing them all wrong. You're looking at all the wrong characteristics. You worry about how she look, how fat her ass is, what the sex like. Come on, man. You always gonna choose wrong if you do that, and you're gonna have a life of hell. I don't know where I'd be in life right now if I had a different baby mother. And it's a lot of people I know, they will never recover. You know, you can derail your life 10 plus years picking the wrong baby mother. I said I ain't doing it again though. Broad that I don't mess with like that, try to catch a baby for me and steal a baby for me. I'ma send the money, but I ain't doing it. Too much emotion, too much drama, too much stress. I ain't doing it again. Man, I'm taking a bus to work, walking in the rain, but still visualizing riding the AMG 3. I remember when you said shit, you hate on another man for having, you will never have it. So I've been rewiring my thoughts. Got to, man. Hey, listen, there's a lot of people out here, man. You never gonna have what you hate on. You see somebody riding in something, you seeing somebody with this, and his car rented, or his house, he ain't really doing that, or he woo, woo, woo. Man, hey, guess what? You just told the universe you're never gonna have that. I applaud everybody. Even if I don't really feel what they're doing, I applaud your success, because by applauding your success, it brings me success. If I hate on your success, how am I going to get success? Nah, man, you got to applaud everybody doing something. Everybody doing something. I'm not hating on nobody. Everybody doing something, man, I'm fucking with it. Even if I wouldn't do it the way you do it, you doing you. You doing you. And I appreciate that you doing you and you winning how you doing you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, don't ever hate on what you want. Hey, man, it was a time, man, I had a busted Mitsubishi. I had to hit the light to come on. It was rusted in the front. I literally told a woman one time, and I was like, she was like, where your car at? I was like, it's right there in the parking lot. She literally laughed and said, you're joking, right? And it was really my car. That's how bad it was. But I always visualized. I would literally visualize driving in my car like it was a Bentley, and I would visualize the Bentley in my steering wheel. I would visualize a Rolls Royce in my steering wheel. I would ride my bike by the airport like, man, one day I'm gonna get up out of here and I'm gonna be on these planes. And shortly in the future, I was flying on planes every other day, every other week. You know, shortly in the future, I was riding that Rolls Royce. So you can have whatever you want. You got to really visualize. You got to really want it. Napoleon Hill calls it a burning desire. You got to really have a burning desire. The difference between me and a lot of people I see, it ain't the capability, it ain't the skill. I wouldn't even say I'm that skilled. What I say is I had such a burning desire, I was willing to do anything. I was willing to get uncomfortable. I was willing to sleep in my car. I was willing to do what most people won't do because I wanted what I wanted so bad. I've been trying to get rich since I was 12, 13. You ask my mom and my family, they'd be like, you was always infatuated with nice stuff. You was always infatuated with jewelry. At 7, 8 years old, you always was in jewelry stores looking at jewelry store windows. Everything that I wanted so bad, I've gotten. And that's the difference between people that I feel like gonna get it and not. Not to say everybody, because some people are skilled, some people are disciplined, some people have that consistency, and they'll get whatever they want because they know how to build a daily blueprint aligned with their goals, and they're gonna get it, right? But for most of y'all not like that. So the only thing that's gonna get you to do what you're supposed to do ain't gonna be the discipline, ain't gonna be the consistency. It's gonna be a burning desire. How bad do you want what you want? You know, how bad do you want it? I was always driving to see the mansions on a regular basis, even when I brought back then. You know, I was always driving on the houses on the water. I was always going to the car lots. I always wanted it that bad. Y'all don't want it bad enough. That's why you procrastinate. You don't really want it. I want it. I want it bad too. You know what I'm saying? And it was a time in my life, man, where I just got out this trial. You know, I just beat this case. And, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm going to slow down and I'm going to just chill and I'm going to just be regular. You know, I was so stressed out living that life and fighting the case. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to just chill. I did that for like 6 months. I said, fuck this. I'd rather myself than live regular. If you don't feel like that, you ain't going to have it. I mean, you might have it. I ain't going to say you ain't going to have it, but you got to feel like that. Get rich or die trying. I would rather myself than just settle for average, regular house, regular neighborhood, regular taking my kid to soccer on the weekends. I would rather myself than live like that. So I'm going to get rich or die trying. I'm going to have everything that I ever wanted, or I'm going to die in the pursuit of that. And I really feel like that deep down in my soul. You don't feel like that. But when you feel like that, you're going to do what it takes. All right, I'm off that. Gang gotta go to one and only. We feasting over in the. Hey, he said we feasting over in the brotherhood. Link in the description. Get in the brotherhood. I'm giving up game that I don't even talk about online. I'm giving y'all crumbs. Y'all think y'all getting some game when you listen to me, which is the funniest thing ever. Y'all, it's because y'all starving. So you get crumbs when you starving. You think it's something, man. Listen, I give you hundreds of crumbs. But it takes hundreds of thousands of crumbs just to make up one slice of cake of this game. You have no idea what you're missing. And a lot of y'all gonna take the game that y'all see on a 60-second video and mess your life up, because you don't just need the game, you need instructions to go with that game, and you need context. It's a lot of stuff that I say But in context, you would understand what it really means. Most of y'all don't know what it really means. Somebody said never fall in love with a woman. I mean, what is love though? Talking about infatuation, dependency. That's what most people think love is. Talking about don't fall in love with it. No, nobody even know what love is, man. You can't put a pin in it. You can't define it. You can't. So therefore, love is dependency. You know, emotional an emotional attachment that you can't forego. You know what I'm saying? You can love whoever you want to love as long as you love yourself more. As long as you love that person more than you love yourself, then you're going to put up with things and be mistreated. I don't care how much I love somebody, I'm still going to walk because I love myself more. So as long as you love yourself more, man, you can love a woman. Exactly. They done programmed us with all these Disney movies and all these motherfucking fairy tales that they got on all of these movies, you know, and most of you dudes are just as programmed as these broads. Money is the new love. Listen, I swear to you, man, the way these women be moving out here, I'm like, oh, we living in a third world country. You go to Colombia, you go to Thailand, you go to, I mean, any one of these countries. These women are all for sale. That's all they care about. And over here, it seemed like the same thing, you know? So I don't know. Come on. She said, I'm 25K in on lawyers with mine just to get equal time and better health. Hey, man, I'm going to court trial about my son in January. I ain't gonna say nothing about my baby mother because, you know, they be watching my stuff now. But, hey, man, I'm a full-time father, single father with my son full-time. You know what I'm saying? And I still be having to go through things. That's why you have to make sure that you pick your woman wisely. And you know what that means? I say pick your woman wisely, but really pick any woman you have sex with wisely because any woman you have sex with could possibly have your child. And once a woman has your child, that's your seed, that's your DNA. You're forever connected. So I would say pick your woman wisely, but a lot of y'all sleeping with women that you know would never be your woman. So you really have to start from the inception and say, I'm not even going to have sex with any woman that I don't feel like is baby mother material. Sound crazy, or just wear condoms, but you know how you niggas is. You know how you niggas is. Which shows how these women are. Women love to talk about men are dogs. Men be having women, no condom. Ooh. You can't have sex with a woman with no condom unless she allows it, right? So when women want to talk about these men, we got to talk about these women who are just like us. Y'all be having sex every night. Well, who are we having sex with? We're having sex with women, right? So there's no responsibility on all of these women out here who are having sex with strangers with no condom, right? It's always the man's fault. Oh, men are dogs and they're going to have sex with anybody. And these women have sex with anybody too. Let's not. No, I be everywhere. I be in every state, every country. There's not a time that me and my homies is not out and we don't have I don't know. I ain't going to say that. I don't know. They girls might be watching. So I'll just say, me personally, there's not a night I've been out in Miami. There's not a time I've been out the country. There's not a time I've been out of state that I haven't been able to find a woman that's willing to lay down with me who's a stranger to me. That's all I'm going to say. Everybody want to talk about these men. These men are having sex with a woman, right? So what about these women? That's all I'm going to say. Appreciate the birthday wish. Somebody said, oh, that's a great subject for real. Somebody said, it seems like condoms aren't a thing anymore. Damn near. But you know how many times a woman tell me to take the condom off? More times than I can count. And I know for a fact it was plenty more that if I wanted to take it off, I could have. So it's like, what's going on? Let me just ask. Let's just be real. Who's having sex with condoms? I am. But it seems like most of you, how many women have told me, oh, I'm allergic to latex or take it off or whatever. I could damn near hit almost any woman that I've met as a stranger with no condom. It's just real talk. So I'm trying to find out who's wearing condoms around this motherfucker. Who? Everybody want to act like this is not the case, but everybody knows it is. And you know what's funny? A lot of women will watch this and say, oh, that's disgusting. Knock it off. Bitch, you know you was fucking a nigga you just met with no condom. But nobody would ever admit it. So that's why it's this big, you know, airy fairy. Knock it off. Knock it off. I meet women all the time. I know dudes. Nobody's wearing condoms around this motherfucker. I'm surprised everybody don't got HIV. I'm surprised everybody ain't got HIV and herpes, because the way shit be out here, somebody lying. Somebody, as many, see, I ain't gonna implement nobody. I'm not implementing nobody, but I'm gonna say this. As many people out here having sex with no condom, I would think everybody has herpes and HIV, and they don't. So who's lying? Are they lying about the HIV? Are they lying about herpes? Because the way I see it out here, everybody should have it because everybody's fucking wrong. So who's lying? Are they lying about HIV? Are they lying about herpes? They not, but it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna get off it though. I'm gonna get off it. Don't fall, man. Stand in love, not romance. That's fairy tale. I mean, yeah, and them is just words. Don't fall in love, stand in love. I mean, whatever, man. Like, what is love? Like, whatever we talking about right now. I hate when people love. I don't even like telling a woman I love her because I don't know what does that even mean? Broad tell me she love me. What does that mean? It means nothing. What are you gonna do for me? You give me consideration? You got your way for me? Would you take a loss for me? Would you come out your pocket for me? What is love? Bitch will tell you she love you, then leave you. You really ain't love me. My mama loved me. Shoot, if I was on trial for killing 10 people, my mama still gonna love me. You wouldn't, right? So when you tell me that you love me and you say you love somebody, you don't love nobody. Listen, I was just in family court. Do you know how many stories I heard? People fighting for their kids and saying all this nasty stuff back and forth. They loved each other at one point, right? Before God, they stood at an altar, right? And said they loved each other till death do us part. And now they in family court. You trying to get this money. You don't even want him to pick him up at this time. You got to have a certain time you can pick your kid up and this, that, and the third. And she trying to throw all this dirt on your name. So what does love mean really, though? That's all I'm saying. What does love mean really when everybody who was married at one point said they love each other and now they hate each other guts? Want to throw each other in jail. Bro, I want to send you to jail. All of these things. So that's why when somebody say, I love you, all right, bet. Like, what you want me to say? Don't mean nothing. But y'all going to eat it up, though. What you think about that? Yeah, what you think about that? Go to family court right now. Hey, man, that broad that tried to throw you in jail, she said she loved you once, didn't she? Okay, so what do love really mean then? Don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do for me? How do you act? What's your characteristics like? What's your personality like? You know what I'm saying? Ask any broad that you've ever been with, hey, have you ever keyed a man's car? Have you ever burned a man's clothes? Have you ever put bleach on somebody's stuff? Ask them that. Ask them that. Because guess what? When it gets to that point with you, it's gonna be the same way. Exactly, and that's why I mess with you, because you've never done that. It's not even in your personality, characteristics, or soul to do that. No matter how mad I make you, you would never do that because that's not you. That's why I'm trying to tell these people. That's why you pick a certain type of women. Jeff Charles, $9.99. Hey, yo, Goldie, I found an eagle who's willing to fly in formation, but she in DR. Oh, knock it off. Oh, knock it off. You thought. Nigga, you thought, what you talking about? First off, hey, we used to go to DR all the time. I flew out there, met her, and she's legit. What's your opinion on that? My opinion on that is you's a sucker, and she know you's a sucker. In DR, come on, man. Them bitches is born prostitutes. No disrespect to DR. I ain't gonna say that. No disrespect to DR. But, like, it's in a culture to finesse men. So you thought you got a girl, and she, all right, man. All right, man, you better off going, man, knock it off, man. Knock it off. Knock it off. Nah, I'm going to be real, because he sent a super chat in. So it's like, well, I really been in DR. I got friends in DR. Like, I done been to DR so many times. Like, you can't trust none of them bras. You can't trust none of them bras. No matter how nice they are, how cool they are, how cordial they are, they look at you as a meal ticket. You can have fun with them, and that's as far as the buck stop. Oh, she looking at you like you boo-boo the fool. You green as hell. She probably telling her whole family, we about to eat. We about to come up, because that's how they see it. It's like we millionaires. The average man here is a millionaire to them. She gonna come out here, get her green card, and the day that she get it, she leaving you. I promise you that. Hey, but see, check this out though. This is why I do what I do. Because if he listens, he might open his eyes to the situation. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of dudes who don't know this information. They gonna go out there, you gonna marry the broad, give her this, give her that, get her a green card, and she gonna leave you. I'm trying to tell you right now, don't do it. That's funny. Look, even my girl laughing. Take her DR all the time. She know. Said DR. DR. That's funny as hell. The bitch probably got 5 dudes she talking to from the States right now. That's how they do. And I'm gonna give y'all some game right now. Women from DR have a way to get money from you. Even dudes do this. They're gonna say, my car broke down. My mom's in the hospital. What else? Give me another one. Give me another one. This is their thing. It's always an issue to get some money. And they don't ask for too much. It's an amount that's just almost like, oh, well, that's nothing. But to them, it's something. Yeah, that's how they do. That's their game. That's their game. Hey, man, I'm well traveled. You know what I'm saying? I got a passport. I've been everywhere. And I could tell you about women from each place and how they move and maneuver. She just flying information for the opportunity. Now, you know what? We gonna ask them. We gotta ask you for real. When you say she flying information, what the fuck is she doing for real? Probably nothing. Talking about she flying information. Excited. I bet this man can't even tell me nothing real that she's done. So I want you to type in right now. You saying she flying information. What do that mean? For most dudes, oh, she rubbed my back when I ask. She rubbed my back when I ask. She cooks me food. That ain't flying information, my guy. So tell me, though, if she really doing something for you for real, then I could judge the situation. Right? What she doing for you? She from DR. Can't be doing too much. What can a from DR do for me, for real? I'm just saying, like, what is she really doing that's making... See, y'all dudes be so deficient because you didn't get the lesson like I got at 16 to like who like you. So my entire life, women have been doing for me because I like who like me. So when you dudes is just first getting this information, you overvalue a bitch just like you. Hey, that's the bare minimum. So a lot of times you get a woman who like you a lot, say all the right things, don't give you an issue, and you like, oh, she flying information. Nah, my guy, that's not flying information, man. That's the bare minimum. Somebody said, do you feel rich or a millionaire, Goldie? No, I don't. Because it don't, everything I have at one point I prayed for, but it's like it's always another level. And at one point it's kind of like, damn, well, will it ever stop? But at the same time, if I didn't have that type of energy, then I wouldn't even have been here, because no matter where you at, the next level is better than where you was. So when you get satisfied, I don't think I'll ever be satisfied. But I don't think that's a bad thing, because the point of life is to keep growing and keep evolving and keep doing more. Plus, I got motherfuckers that I be around 50 million, 100 million. So it's like when I see their lifestyle and I be around them, it's very hard to ever feel like you've ever got enough. My BM said, stop watching you. Her name is Jess. Jess, cat's out the bag, Jess. Listen. You know how many times I'll be outside and somebody like, my girl hates you, and she'll be standing right there to stop watching this video. I said it like on my last live, like, yeah, man, because the cat's out the bag. You start watching me, you start recognizing your value that she tried to downplay. She can only treat you how she treats you and get away with what she get away with because you didn't recognize your value. I'm just telling you, recognize your value. So she hates that. I would hate it too. It's like if you in a game, right? And you got a girl and she out and she doing what she doing for you. You don't want her to have no square friends, because her square friends are going to say, he's taking advantage of you. You're giving him this. You're giving him that. So you want to isolate her from those friends because they messing your game up. That's exactly who I am. I'm the square friend to these bras, and I'm messing her game up. She running game, and she don't like me running game. Because for a righteous woman, she wouldn't care if you watch my videos. Why? He's saying to value yourself. I've never said take advantage of a woman. I've never said do this and do that. I've never said do anything wrong to a woman. That's not my message. My message is stand in who you are, value yourself. Don't let her step over boundaries. Make sure you have a boundary and make sure you're ready to walk if she crossed that boundary. She want to walk all, she want to act like you ain't got no boundaries. She want to ice skate, do figure eights. She want to talk how she want to talk. She want to do what she want to do. And she don't want to bring no value to the situation. And that's a lush, plush life for her. But when I come into the picture and now you start inquiring, now you start to think, well, what is she really doing? Man, matter of fact, I'm paying for everything. Matter of fact, I am the prize. Matter of fact, no, you can't talk to me like that. Oh yeah, she gonna be like, man, F Goldie. He messing this nice situation I had up. That's why I'm doing God's work. That's why I got to share my stuff. I got to share my stuff because I'm doing God's work and I'm saving lives out here. But y'all living a quiet life of desperation like I've seen a million times because y'all didn't have this information. I got a brand that buy me food, clothes, etc. But soon as I ask, I got a broad that buy me food, clothes, etc. But soon as I ask, for me, she won't give it up, only buy me things. Why is that? She buys you food, clothes, etc. But as soon as I ask for me, I don't understand what you're saying. You said she buys you food, clothes, and etc. But as soon as I ask for me, she won't give it up, only buy me things. Why is that? No, I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying she'll buy you something but won't give you the money for something? It's a control thing. Men do it to women too. And we know what they're doing. It's a control thing. Yeah, baby, I'll buy you this. I'll buy you that, but I ain't gonna give you no money. Why? It's a control thing, you know? And I say, don't buy me shit then. If you ain't finna give me the money, you would rather buy me something than give me the money for something so I can buy myself. You trying to have some sort of dominance over me, bitch, fuck it, I'm gone. If you ain't willing to do that, it's gonna stay just like that. All these little islands got the same thing going. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is what it is. Shit. Miami got the same thing going. You talk about DR, Miami like DR. All these women out here trying to get it back. I ain't gonna say all of them, but a lot of them out here trying to get it back. I don't really experience it, but I hear about it. I feel like women, they try to act like they don't watch my videos because I don't run into it. But dudes say they run into it all the time, women asking them for money. I think maybe one time a bro asked me for some money. And I couldn't believe she was talking to me. No. We was out and she was like, "Can I get $200?" I'm like, $200? What do we like? Huh? $200? I thought she was like, "Well, let's go to eat with 200." No, $200. I was like, "What do we? I don't know. Conversation is too confusing. I don't like what's going on right now. You have a good night." And then hold on, and then she dropped it. So it's because y'all going for it. Why do chicks not really have hobbies or hustles? You niggas are they hustle. Really think I'm gonna keep it real. You can't be mad at a woman for wanting to get a man that can support their lifestyle and give them money. That's way easier than working a motherfucking corporate job, and I got to work for 10 years to be a doctor and just to make $250,000 a year. If you could just go get a man, put that thing on him and talk to him nice and get the same fucking lifestyle and don't even got to go to work, wouldn't you do that? Men just don't have the option to do that. Or there's an option, but y'all don't even know how to do that, and we ain't gonna talk about that. But what I'm saying is this. If you had the option to, instead of work for 10 years and build a business and go to school and finally be working for the next 30 years to get the money and live a lifestyle, if all you had to do was get abroad, tell her what she want to hear, put that thing on her, you know, and you can live the same lifestyle at home and ain't got to do nothing, you would do it too. You just don't have the option to do that. So you really can't be mad at these women. That's the option. Dudes give them that option. I ain't mad at them for it. I'm just saying, like, you can't be mad. Like, why don't women do this? That is literally an unspoken job of women. I don't have to go to school. I don't have to make my own money. All I have to do is get a man who went to school and makes money, and I can live just like him. And then guess what? I don't even got to be with him. I can literally divorce him after a couple years and take half of what he got and get spousal support and live the rest of my life with my kids. That's actually a pretty good job description. And I know women personally who that's their only job. And what you dudes don't know is you don't understand. Bro, I was in an Uber one time when I was in Atlanta. I came to see you in Atlanta one time. And I was literally in the car, and dude telling me his whole life story. Like, he got with this girl and they got married. And as soon as they got married, she divorced him. And now she took half and he's paying all this. And I said, That's why you need the game that I give you. That's why you need somebody like me. That's why you need fathers, because you are ill preparing your kids to go out into the world to not understand that it's actually a large population of people, women out here who their only job is to try to take advantage and finesse a man. I know that because I came up in a lifestyle where I saw it from the inside. So that's why I know all the tactics. I know how to refrain from knowing if a woman really like me or not like me. And everybody say, oh, you mean, you this, you that, you don't do nothing for women. No, I just know women like this. And I know if I sent, let's put it like this. If I sent a bitch on one of you niggas, right? Guess what? She gonna be calling me every second. Soon as she tell me, oh, he don't want to pay for this, all right, on to the next one. We're not gonna waste our time. So because I know from the inside out that a bitch not gonna keep, if she's finessing you, because she getting something. If you don't do nothing, very seldom, unless you like a big time millionaire and she see huge potential, then I might be like, you know what, let's play the long game. We might not get nothing, but let's play the long game because he really got it. But for the average woman with no real game, if you're not giving her something off the back and that's what she's there for, then she gone. So that's why I can't just be doing shit for women, because I know if she's just trying to finesse, then the only way I know she's not finessing if she stay around when she knows she ain't getting nothing. But anyway, let's get back to the scheduled programming. Y'all really don't understand. It's many women out here married. They only fucking with the nigga they fucking with because of what they got. You don't know that. A lot of you watching this right now, even your girlfriend, and you're not even rich, but that bitch ain't shit. She couldn't fuck with a nigga like me. So you're the best she can get where she could just get over. I'll never understand it. Bitch, don't piss me off right now just thinking about it. Bitch living with me, just kicking her toes up, popping, like my mom say, popping her toes all day. So my mom say, you just sitting in the house, popping your toes all day, not cleaning it. Just sitting in the house, popping her toes all day, doing what she want, when she want. I got to go out. I got to go to work. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I got to come home. She eating up all my food. I got to come home. She want this. She want that. And she ain't contributing nothing. And then the bitch got the nerve to tell me I can't fuck no other bitch. Bitch, fuck you. You got me fucked up. Don't make no sense. You niggas is living in la la land. That shit don't make no sense. Bitch ain't got to do nothing. Bitch ain't got to contribute to the rent. Or you niggas think it's doing something. Oh, bitch, well, she pays for groceries sometimes. Man, bitch, chip in all the way, though. You know what I'm saying? Bitch don't got to pay for nothing. And then be in the house just doing whatever. And then tell me I can't do what I want to do. Bitch, you got me fucked up. And you niggas is going for it. Goofies. Bitch, if I'm paying for everything, bitch, stay in a child's place. You's a motherfucking dependent just like my child, and my child don't ask me about what the fuck I'm doing. Bitch, you can't neither. Fuck is you talking about? Bitch, if I pay for everything just like I pay for everything for my child, then stay in a motherfucking child's place. Don't ask me what the fuck I'm doing. Bitch, I might bring a bitch around this motherfucking fucker in here, and you better not say nothing. They gonna cancel me on fucking Instagram. I forgot I was on Instagram right now. I think I am. Nah, not the audacity of these bitches, the audacity of you niggas who go for that shit, though. Talking about the audacity of the bitch. The bitch can't do nothing the nigga don't let go on. I just find it so, what is the word? I don't even know the word. Asinine. I'm flabbergasted. You pay for everything. This bitch's life would fall apart without you. Man, I had a client the other day. He talking about the bitch living with him. He want her to leave, but she ain't got nowhere to go and she ain't got no money. Bitch, your life would fall apart without me. Bitch, you'll be homeless without me. Bitch, how dare you talk to me about anything that I don't want to talk about? How dare you do anything that I don't like? You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all let it go. Bitch, you'll be homeless without me. I'm housing a fucking homeless person right now. I'm housing a fucking bum, and you got the nerve to talk to me in a way I don't like. I said I don't want to talk about it no more, and you still talking about, bitch, did you remember you was a motherfucker homeless before you met me and go be homeless after me? But you niggas going for it. I see, and that's why I do this content. Sometimes you got to walk in the house and remember the dynamics. Great female kind. They were great at it. Bitch was homeless without you before you, would be homeless without you. And she in the house talking to you like y'all equals. Bitch, we're not, and we're not even going to act like it. And I'm not going to let you act like it. And I'm not going to feel bad by telling you that. Oh, well, bitch, you can leave. Oh, you can't though, huh? All right, then. Then stay in your motherfucking place. Or chip in. And we could talk as equals. Chip in And I will talk to you like an equal because we are, but right now you're not. Get me upset in here right now. Woman just said because a man is paying all the bills, that doesn't mean she don't get to say anything. I'm like, whatever. Listen, you could have things in your household however you want to. And I'm not saying a good woman, I'm not saying that if I'm paying all the bills, my woman has no say so, but I have the last say. Appreciate the fact if I'm paying everything that's a lot, which means I got to get up and go to work for 8 hours, or I got to build this business and I got to go through all these things that you don't. So it's a certain respect she should have to minimize conflict, to acquiesce to certain things. But you will pay for everything, and they will act like they forgot all the shit that you do that they don't have to do, that they would have to do if they wasn't with you. You get what I'm saying? So she has to have the level of respect. And then if she has that level of respect, then of course you can say certain things. You can do. It ain't no dictatorship. I mean, it is a dictatorship, but we'll put it under the guise of she's so respectful, she understands the dynamic. So I don't have to be stomping around this motherfucker. She just understands she number two. She understands she an assistant. She understands she my backup. She understands she can put her input in and her opinion in, but at the end of the day, I have the final say. But most of it, it's not like that. You paying for everything and the bitch act like, who's at the door? Oh, get me mad around this motherfucker, man. Bitch got me. All right, we gonna get off it, though. Gonna get off it. Nigga, you niggas suckers, nigga. Fuck you mean. Fuck you mean, bitch. I'm trying to tell me what the fuck I can and can't do and some shit I'm paying for. Bitch, you ain't gotta be here. Nah, she said I love to say that. How many times have I said that to you? A lot of times. A lot of times I'll be like, you ain't gotta be here. You don't like it, you ain't gotta be here. That's how I feel. You don't gotta be here. If you wasn't here, I'll do what I want. So if you're gonna be here, I'm gonna do what I want. At least you get to be around me, or don't be here. And I'll still do what I want. So it's really no lose for me. Either I'm gonna do what I want to do when you're here, or you can not be here and I could do what I want to do. So you could pick it. You pick. See, what y'all don't understand is, man, women have bad memories. They have bad recollections. You have to regularly remind your bitch. Just sometimes we just walk in the kitchen and be like, you got a great life because of me, huh? What the fuck would you be without me, huh? You have to tell them because they will forget like children. Children don't respect what you're doing because they don't really understand. They'll forget. No, sometimes you have to just walk up to your girl, kiss her, say, you know you'd be homeless without me, right? Like sometimes you got to tell her that. Kiss her on the cheek. You know, you would have never traveled nowhere but your home bumfuck Alabama if it wasn't for me. You remember that, right? Sometimes you got to tell them because they will forget. And these women who say, don't rub it in my face. If you gonna do it, do it. But you trying to rub it in my face. Yep, sure am. Because you forgot the way you talking to me right now. Obviously, you forgot who the fuck you was for you met me and who the fuck you be without me. Be slow to boss these women up, man. Be slow to introduce these women to your network so they can latch on and be on your network. Be slow to do it. Because once you do it, it's going to be hard to pull it back. I'm trying to tell you. Do you remember where you were when we met? Oh, on a regular fucking basis. You better let that bitch know because she'll motherfucking forget. She will motherfucker. Hey, and I had a lot of women like that. That's why I do it now. I had so many women that I wasn't doing nothing with their life that I turned up. My bosses. The red bottom, the designer, the Chanel, living in this cars, all, and they forgot. And when they stopped messing with me, they had to remember and then try to double back. So we don't have to go through that. So we don't have to go through that whole process, painstaking process of you having to leave because you forgot and then you remember after you're not with me and then try to double back. I'm just gonna remind you, once a quarter, once a month, I'm gonna remind you so then we ain't even gotta get to that fucking point. Huh? What'd he say? How much money did she spend on you? I need to know. Dude from DR, how much money did she spend on you? Listen, I don't even know. He might be watching. I know a dude, right? He done sold companies on the NASDAQ, all went public with his companies. Really wealthy guy. He was trying to brag to me that the woman he bought a 6-figure ring for bought him some designer shoes. And I said to myself, what? You're giving her credit for buying you some maybe $15,000, $2,000 shoes when you've done this, that, and the third, which supersede hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's running con. You putting so much emphasis on this little nothing, and that's really the game. If I was really trying to knock some big trick, I'd tell my bro, listen, don't let him spend no money on you. We playing a long game. Buy him a drink at the bar, try to pay for this, get him a gift. Because it's going to be so big in his mind, even though it's nothing. It's really just a hook to get you in. As excited as you are about that, right? She an eagle. Well, tell me if what she spent on you was more than $300. But if you ain't never had it, you're gonna overvalue that, and that's the game she's running. I don't know. I don't know the woman. I don't know the situation. I could be wrong, but I'm probably right. Just keep your ears up. Yes, KPG is my Cash App. If you're trying to send me some, I appreciate you paying the tithes for this game. Like Goldie say, the other live, I ain't putting in this much work on myself to become one. Bro, get the fuck out of here. Do you think I took all those penitentiary chances? Do you think that I tried to start a business? Do you think I'm uncomfortable doing this and that and putting all this work in and going to the gym and trying to stay right and scheduling my day and reading all these books and paying for all these mentorships? Do you think I did all that so I can get to a point where the bitch could tell me what I can and can't do when I sacrificed and the bitch didn't? I made all these sacrifices, all these cold nights, right? All that anxiety in my stomach for years upon years upon years to get to a place so I could finally do and live how I wanted to live. And you think I'm going to get with you and let you tell me I can't? Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. So how the fuck you going to dictate what we doing in this gym? This my gym. Don't get me worked up tonight. Don't get me worked up tonight. You did not sacrifice. It's hard to become successful. The ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. I did all of this so I could get to a place to get this money so I could finally be free. And you want me to finally be free, get with you and let you put me in handcuffs and tell me what I can and can't do? Bitch, I'm going to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And if you ain't okay with that, then you ain't got to be here. The audacity. Bitch ain't shot not one shot in the motherfucking gym, but won half the check. But want to tell you how you should and shouldn't do something. You know what I'm saying? It just pissed me off. Nah, and you dudes really pissed me off because it ain't about the women. You going for it. Goofy ass motherfucking NBA players. And got with you abroad. You a multi-millionaire famous individual. Man, you could have 10 bras that's going to be like, I'm with whatever. But you chose the broad who's mad if you do something else and then take everything from you. You could have had 10 bras that was okay with you having 10 bras. But you wanted to choose a broad and lie to her. Or maybe God ain't blessed me with it yet. Give me $100 million. I don't know how the fuck I'ma act. Because I was acting like this before I even had no money. God, but listen, God, you give me $100 million, I promise I won't be acting too crazy. Just give it to me, man. Just give it to me. Oh, DGG Lotte 9432. $50 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Like you said, don't forget this. Don't forget this amusement park was going long before you got here, and it's gonna be going long after you're gone. You done been on this ride so motherfucking long. You thought you was the reason this shit was going. So maybe you know what we gotta do. You gotta leave this amusement park so you can remember that you don't have one. And all the good times and fun you was having was at mine. Or you can find somebody else's amusement park, but you're not ever going to be in here and think that this was yours and you put this shit together. I'm just saying. You let these bitches, and listen, and I have women that really do stuff for me. I have women who I can say, yeah, they done picked up the hammer and nail in this amusement park and put some of these structures together. I can say that. Y'all can't. So y'all can't get that bitch no credit. Which one good spot to campaign at abroad? It depends what type of abroad you're trying to catch. You show me what you catch, and I'll show you where you fished. You got to know what you're looking for. And when you know what you're looking for, you know where to go. It's that simple. You know, motherfuckers be mad at what type of women they find. Well, you're going to a certain environment where those type of women are. Depending on the type of woman you want to catch. So, matter of fact, let's do this right now. You tell me the type of woman you want to catch, and I will tell you where you should go. Because I got some spots, and I don't even want to tell y'all. Because I know where to catch the perfect, nice, docile woman. But at the same time, man, it'll be a woman who don't even go to the club. And no, I don't believe when a woman say, I don't even be out like that. Because they all say, don't all women say that? You meet them at the club. I don't normally be out like that. That's all they all say it. Oh, okay, it's the last 10 women I met them at the club. They all said, oh, I don't normally go out. Oh, I'm just a lucky guy, huh? Last 10 women I met at the club, they all say they don't go out like that. But anyway, I will literally be in a club and I will meet some women who don't even go out, don't even drink. So it's who you are too. I always attract a certain type of woman probably because I'm a certain type of guy. And you know what's funny with me? I attract like some of the most regular, which I like, square, docile, at home, don't drink, nice, sweet, kind-hearted, family-oriented women. You would think it'd be the opposite. And they're attracted to me for some reason. I think it's because it's the opposite of the spectrum. And that's my type. Give me a super docile, square broad who don't really know nothing. That's my perfect type of woman. Yeah, just because she a homebody don't mean she giving it up. She just having people come to the house to give it up. And a lot of times a homebody giving it up more than everybody else because she's so bored at the house. There's like most people, like we're all looking for entertainment, dopamine hit. So if she's not going to the club to get her dopamine, maybe you could go to the club and, okay, that was my dopamine hit. I was drinking. I was having fun. That was my dopamine hit. Broad at the house, she ain't drinking. She ain't out. Them Netflix movies could only give you so much dopamine. She got to get fucked. The most regular bitches I know be getting fucked the most. Man, go meet a bitch at motherfucking Chipotle. Go meet a bitch at Walmart. Them bitches getting ran through. And we all know them nurses, them sins, you know. But that's what it's called, right? RNs, my bad. RNs ran through. Because their life is boring. You don't understand, like, everybody's trying to escape boring. So the more boring the bitch is, the more she getting ran through because that's the most excitement she can have in her life. Ain't no Netflix movie. Ain't the only thing, unless she's doing hard drugs, the only thing that's going to make her life less boring is getting fucked on a regular basis. And that's their excitement. That's what they do. They go to their boring ass motherfucking job all day. They come the fuck home, watch Netflix, and call another nigga. You know, and that's to distract them from the fact that they live in a boring ass motherfucking life. It's real talk. Does lasting long in bed matter to a woman? Let me ask you, does lasting long in bed matter to a woman? She said you could get satisfied quickly if a man know what he's doing. But see, I'm gonna tell you this though. This is what I'd say. What I would say is, a lot of these motherfucking bitches be playing with their pussy so much with them motherfucking toys. Yeah, nigga, you better last long in bed because that toy she be doing herself with last motherfucking hour. So she done already fucked her motherfucking nerve endings up. So yeah, you gotta last now. Bitch been getting her back beat out so long with so many dudes. Yeah, you gotta last long because she watches just as much porn as we do. You know what I'm saying? So what I would say is this though. If you get a woman that likes you a lot, you ain't got it. It ain't gonna make no difference. Really think about Really think about like the baddest woman or whatever, whoever you think is like, oh my goodness, gorgeous, ass, titties, everything, perfect, sensual, nice lips, everything. You gonna nut fast, right? Same way a woman think about the man of her dreams. So if you the man of her dreams, it don't matter. You slide in her, don't matter how big you is, how long you last, she gonna be like, she gonna come off the dribble. You know what I'm saying? So just get you a woman that like you and you ain't gotta be doing all that extra shit. You know? Or don't get you one of these super fucking freaks who need all that extra shit, dominatrix shit to get off, man. And you setting yourself up for failure. Now your job in your relationship is to be a motherfucking a porn star. I don't want my job to be a porn star. I don't want to have to feel like every time I have sex, I got to do. No. Then now that's a job. Now you don't even want to do it. You just got to do it to satisfy her. Get you a woman that really like you though. Get you a woman that really like you, and I promise you, it ain't gonna make no difference. You gonna slide in her, she gonna come no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how long, no matter how short. She's just gonna be happy you was in there. Same way you would feel like that if you think of your dream woman. I don't have one, but if you had one, I'm sure that's how you would feel. You're nut in 2 seconds. Well, same way with a woman. But you know, some of these bitches be getting their back beat out so motherfucking long. It's crazy. Some bitches, you be like, banging they shit out. You be like, this bitch is a fucking prostitute. Like, how does fuck she just let me bang her shit out like that? You know? And then some women, it's yeah, just off the little shit. So just, like I said, find you a woman that like you a lot, and you ain't even got to worry about that type of shit. Somebody said 5 minutes is long enough for a woman that truly F with you. Yep. All right, man. I done had women, you know, always a woman want to talk about her man after she done been, you love this man for 6-7 years, was with him for 6-7 years, you know, then you want to talk shit about him, but it still showed a point that I done had seen women talk, oh, well, his dick is small, woo, woo. But she was with him for 7 years, so obviously it didn't matter because she loved that man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, you get it, Goldie. So I say, you know, your woman just don't like you like that. Plus, don't get you no super freak, man. You have fun with a super freak, but don't get you no super freak that you gotta do hella extra just to satisfy. That's just, it kind of turns into a job and you don't want to do it. Because when you start feeling like I gotta do all this to satisfy her, then you're not just gonna want to do it. You're gonna be like, because I gotta put on a whole performance. I gotta be ready. I gotta gear up. I ain't got it in me right now, so I don't even want to do it. What? Yes. Yes. It's like it's not. It's just annoying. No, it didn't exhaust me because I wasn't fucking him. Because bitch, if I gotta do all that every time I fuck you, we ain't fucking like that. I'm not, nah, bitch. I'm not a motherfucking gigolo. No, I'm not a gigolo. Bitch, you gonna get it how I give it to you. Now, I will say this though. Like one of my mentors used to tell me, the first time you hit that thing though, if you can't give a 10 out of 10 award-winning grandstanding performance, just don't do it. Just don't do it. If you hit it the first time, you got to give your all if you really want to be with her. Nah, but if she really like you, it ain't gonna really, I don't know. But these bitches is so sexual. Like, they more sexual than men. Some women out here really care. Like, I don't care. If the sex ain't good, oh, well, we're not compatible. So just understand that about women. These women are freaks. These women are freaks. These women are nasty. I'm going to tell you something. They did a study. They had women look at animals having sex, humans having sex. They had men look at humans having sex, animals having sex. The women got aroused by the animals having sex. Men didn't get aroused by the animals having sex. Women are freaks. I've never had a woman that didn't want to have sex all the time. I've never had, women are freaks. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. Somebody said, where do you find good squares at, folks? Everywhere, because most people are squares. You know, just don't go to the club. You probably not going to find too many squares in there. You can, though, but go to Chipotle. Bro, listen, when I used to really work and I'll be on my job, so I'm talking to 100 a day, I'm at Target. I'm at Walmart. I'm at Chipotle. I'm at where else would I go? I would literally drive through the hood at the by the bus stops, a motherfucking 99-cent store. That's where you find a good square who's gonna be appreciative of whatever you bring into her life because she living regular. I don't know why you want a bitch already turned up. You can't show her nothing. She expecting this, you expecting that. Man, guess what? Applebee's still around. Guess what? It's motherfuckers who go there on a regular basis. I would never go to. But guess what? There's a broad in there that go to Applebee's, and she will be happy with Applebee's. So guess what? When you take her to motherfucking Roof Chris, she gonna think, oh my God, ain't that the broad you should want? But y'all want to go get the bitch who been to Poppy Steak, who been to Komodo, who done been to all these places, and it's nothing to them. And they not only that, they expecting 1942. Man, I don't even want a bitch who know what 1942 is. The type of bitches that I like, bitch don't even know what 1942 is. You feel what I'm saying? So then everything I do for her is going to be just so amazing. And so she's going to be so appreciative. And I'm going to tell you like this, bro. There's no difference between that broad and the hood. I always had this understanding. It's a broad in the hood right now. She just as bad as that broad you see on motherfucking Rodeo Drive or in Miami. She just ain't put together. Oh, baby, we could put it together. She just looking regular because she don't got the ends. Man, you see all the pictures when people was not famous to when they was famous. Yeah, some of it's surgery, but even with dudes, sometimes it's just your swag. Now you got the nice outfit. Now you got the right haircut. You could afford $100 haircut barber. You got the right shades on. You got the right jewelry on. That's really what make it. So go find that bitch who look good, who just need to get the dust knocked off her. Man, I used to take bitches from the gutter and turn them into stars, and you wouldn't even think it's the same person. Rather than having to go get the one. It's like this, right? You want to go get a car. It already got the Forgiato rims on it. It already got the tint. It already got the candy paint. It already got the carbon fiber ends on it. It already got the exhaust done. Well, you're going to pay a premium for that. But if I get that car regular stock and I do those things myself, I am going to save so much money. So I would say the same thing with the broad. Go get that regular broad in the hood who's just cute. And then you could turn her into that bad broad. And it's going to be a lot cheaper. And she's going to have a different appreciation for you. And it's not going to cost so much. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to be yours and appreciate you because you did it for her. Now, some people will say, oh, well, no, don't boss the bitch up because then once she turned into that, she going to run off anyway. It's a possibility. But that broad that's already coming like that, she ain't really yours because she already got this certain lifestyle she got to keep up in anyway. I would rather get that little regular broad I met in the hood at Comic-Con, working at Chipotle, working at Walmart. And if she act the way she's supposed to act, if she showed me that she really liked me, if we really locked in for real, I'm not saying to do it for anybody, but if she really is, I would rather do that for her and turn her into that bad broad than get me a bad broad. Because then you can guide on how she values things. This broad wants you to go out and spend motherfucking $1,000 on a dinner. That broad in the hood, man, you take her to Applebee's, she gonna be cool. And she gonna be appreciative and she gonna say thank you. Man, you gonna take that broad on a $1,500 dinner, she ain't gonna say thank you to you. And when you say, what type of drinks you want, she gonna say, I want 1942. Man, that bitch gonna tell you, hey, we can go get a bottle from the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? So, try to give y'all some game. Y'all don't know it, though. I used to do this, though. I would always take the man and they would be stars. And at least for the beginning, they appreciate you so much. Now, you got to have certain tactics to keep their ego in check. And you got to make sure you pick the right ones. But, man, ain't nothing going to work out 100% of the time. Nigga, you get that bad bitch, she'll leave for another nigga, too. And you still pay all the money you just spent on dinners and vacations and gifts and this, that, and the third. Hey, that's more than you to spend to turn this bitch up. I'd rather take a chance on this bitch right here. Let me go through some super chats. Quan M, welcome. Robert Turner, 999, appreciate you. Hold on. Tons of cute, bro. Man, ain't no difference between these bitches who got money and don't. It's just what they put on. Man, you should look at pictures of me before I had some money. I look dusty as hell. I don't even feel like I was attractive when I ain't had no money. Yeah, hey, man, when you get your money, man, it just make everything look better. You know? When you ain't got no money, man, you ain't got time to get the right cleanser for your face. You ain't got time to get a haircut from the best barber every week. You ain't got time to put the right clothes on because you're so worried about just surviving. But when you got some money, now you could enhance your appearance because you got the money and the time to do it. I want okay. What microphone is that? Sound pretty good. It's say it on here, don't it? It's a Shure. Shout out McQueen. He got me these mics. Shout out to McQueen. What do you think about these dating apps? I'm not on them, but from everybody I hear, they like, oh, like you'll fuck max bitches on there, and they're bad too. Because you got to think, we in a day and age where a lot of women, they don't want to go to the club. So just like I said, bitches be bored at home. So for all the women who don't go to the club, which is probably the majority of women don't go to the club, right? What are they doing? They're at home. What are they doing? They're on these dating apps. So what do I say? They want to get fucked. So I know a lot of dudes who meet a lot of good looking women on these apps. They be telling me like, well, it's like Voyager season. Like you get on these dating apps, you can fuck bitches every night that look good, for real. I've never personally been on there. I'm not gonna do it. I have no desire to do it. I'm not tripping off shit like that. But I've heard great things. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, do what you do. At the same time, too, I feel like there's a different element when you meet a woman in person. But at the same time, back in the day when I was really working, I used to be sending out the same message to 300 women a day on them apps. Not to have sex, but I was trying to do something different, but and it worked. Facts, because there's a ton of cute bras in the hood every day. Man, facts. Man, think about most of these bras. Think about like Cardi B. Think about like Nicki Minaj. Think about Sweetie. All these bras was like some hood bras, man. You know? Got some money, got turned up. I don't know what Sweetie was looking like before, but I'm sure she looked better now. I ain't saying she got no work done, but I guarantee you, before she got some money, she's probably just cute. She probably a cute looking regular girl. And so she got some money, got the right enhancements, got the right clothes, got the right spotlight. Now you know what I'm saying? So how would you know if that cute cashier at Chipotle really likes you if she is doing her job and you just a customer? Should you get her number? I'm gonna find out because I'm gonna try to get her number. You gotta think too. It's so easy to knock women at regular places that work regular jobs, bro. It's so easy. Why? They live boring fucking lives. You don't understand the mindset of a person who works at fucking Chipotle, who works at motherfucking Target. I mean, damn near anywhere regular. Your life is boring as fuck. So me meeting a new dude, and if he just want to take me out to eat, it's so much more excitement in their life. It's too easy. Don't let me be, see, listen, who I am now, oh my goodness. If I was really outside trying to get bitches on a regular basis, oh my goodness, I'd probably catch AIDS. I'd have so many bitches, because I know what bitches like. You niggas don't even know what bitches like. You don't even know. I would have so many bitches doing whatever, however, but that's not what I'm on. But it's too fucking easy. Too fucking easy. I could literally spot a woman just by the way she looked, the way her eyes are, the way her mouth is. I could say, oh, that's a bitch. If you get her, you got her. She gonna do whatever. I know. I could just know when I see a broad. Robert Turner, appreciate the super chat. He said, what's the best way to bounce back from an embarrassing moment? Got drunk and high in front of a woman, has been feeling me, and she was helping nurse me back to being sober. Helping nurse me back to being sober. Man, ain't nothing you could do. You gotta act like it didn't happen. What you gonna do? Hey, you either gonna fuck with me about it or you not. And it is what it is. But if you feeling a way about it, now you're gonna act less than you are, and that's really gonna turn the broad off. It was what it was. I might be like, oh damn, I was fucked up. Shit, I ain't gonna do that shit no more. I might even flip it on the broad. Why you let me get that drunk like that? Come on now, you supposed to be looking out for me. But at the end of the day, like you can't look back. That's a lesson for yourself. I mean, it's happened to everybody. So don't feel too embarrassed, bro, because everybody done went through that, got too drunk, and so now you just know your limit. And maybe you know your limit now for the next bitch, and they ain't even her. It's for the next bitch. Good thing you got that lesson out the way on this bitch, not the next bitch who's gonna be the best bitch. Only thing you could do is, hey, it is what it is. Don't be feeling bad about shit you can't change. You learn your lesson from it, I bet you ain't gonna get that drunk and high again, right? So you learned your lesson, and you got way more life in front of you than you got behind you. So you just got to move forward with your chest out. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody been there. Everybody's done it. I know motherfuckers who got drunk and motherfucking broke their motherfucking leg, got drunk and, you know, it's people out here got drunk and killed some people you know, drunk driving. There's people that got drunk, you know what I'm saying? So just understand it happens. It is what it is. You learned your lesson. Don't do it again. Walk with your chest out when you see the bitch though. Hey, bitch, if you don't want to mess with me about it, I feel it. It is what it is. But you can't be feeling less than in front of her about it. Shit, it was what it was. You feeling bad about it ain't gonna make it better. It's only gonna make it worse because now you're not acting who you should be, what she was probably attracted to in the first place. It ain't awkward unless you make it awkward. Bitch, I ain't awkward about it. Especially if you win that $300 bottle of perfume you claim. Do you deal with married women or off limits? Do I deal with married women? Well, most married women ain't gonna tell me they married. So, I mean, I'm not gonna go out my way to deal with a woman if she say she married because that's too much. That's too much possible drama for no reason. Like, what the fuck? Why would I deal with a woman who married? Ain't no bitch that important. That's too much possible drama that could come back on me for no fucking reason. And you're married, so therefore we can't really build nothing anyway. So what are we really doing? Having sex? So no, I'm cool. That nigga will come, nigga will kill, nigga. Some niggas will kill you about they bitch, man. Especially about they fucking wife. You don't want to put yourself in that type of twist. Should you start a conversation by complimenting a female? Go get my what to say and how to say it, God. Go get my what to say and how to say it, God. Go get my game guide bundle on sale right now. Over 500 hours of game, every course, and I keep on making new courses. Every course, every book, everything. Go get it right now. Link in the description. You think the next is always the best? I've seen people get in a new relationship and it was worse. I don't care what other people do. I know my next one gonna be the best one. How could it not? Because I'm always getting better. Yeah. Some people downgrade. Why? Because they wasn't working on themselves. I'm always working on myself. I'm always getting better. My mind's always getting sharper. I'm always learning new things. I'm always gaining more wisdom. So therefore, my next one is always going to be the best one because I'm going to be better. So how can I not get something better if I'm better? Plus, I know how to catch bitches, man. If I really want to catch a bitch, give me 30 days. Not even. Give me. I don't know, too. And when women meet me, they be so head over heels infatuated with me off the dribble. I just invite that type of energy because that's the type of nigga I am. Get my what to say and how to say it, God, and I'll give you the methodology of how I do what I do. When I have a broad come to the crib, should the first test be tell her to cook me a meal? In this day and age, bro, these broads can't even cook. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it's a good test to see, just to see her reaction. It's not so much if she do it or not. It's about the reaction, like, oh, well, I could, or, you know, just see her demeanor. It's all about demeanor. It's all about demeanor, you know? But I'll definitely be asking her to do certain things to make sure she's dealing with you. If that's what you want, at the end of the day, man, everybody don't even care, man. I had a multimillionaire on my platform, and he let it be known, like, he was like, yeah, women deal with me for the money, and of course they deal with me for the money. I deal with her because of her looks. And he truly feels like that, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So sometimes you got to ask yourself, do I care if the woman like me? Some dudes don't. And if you don't, then you don't. All I'm saying is understand what it is, though. I'm not saying you got to have a woman that like you. But if she don't like you, understand that she's with you for what you got. And if you cool with that, cool. She with you for what you got, and you with her for her looks. The reason I can't always really get with that is because I don't be with a woman just for her looks. I always be with a woman for who she is and how she make me feel and these other intangible qualities. So therefore, because I'm looking for that in a woman, I want her to want that for me. Now, if I just want to fuck a bitch, then if she fucking with me because the Rolls Royce, well, shit, hey, did she fuck with me because you riding a Rolls Royce and I'm going to fuck you because your ass fat? Goldie, is it necessary to do water fasting when you're trying to lose? No. What's necessary is to have the right diet. I would love my woman to cook for me a steak. Yeah, steak is good. Hey, man, you shouldn't let women cook for you like that, though. You know why? Because women cooking for you, it does something to you. It does something to you. You'll start falling in love with a woman who cooks for you. You know why? Because when a woman cooks for you, when you eat food, that dopamine release go off. So every time that woman give you that food and you're attributing that dopamine to her, you're going to fall in love with a woman cooking for you too much. Free game for you ladies. Cook for your man some good food. He going to fall in love. Shout out to you. We just sent out 70 books yesterday, so be patient with us. There was a natural disaster in Thailand. We got you on the way for the book. You got any questions? I'm about to jump off. You got any questions over there? Let me know if y'all want me to stay on for a minute. Y'all want me to stay on? I'll stay on for a minute. If not, I'm going to jump off. Go get my Game God bundle. Over 500 hours of game. It'll change your life. Go get my book of game. Game your father should have taught you. Go get this book right here. It will change your life. Go get this book for somebody or get the ebook for somebody. It'll change your life. Christmas is coming up, man. Hey, listen, I'm going to read a book that a page I just opened up to. It says, look yourself in the mirror and say, you could have chosen to be anything in life and you chose that. You could have had anything you wanted in life and you chose this. You have the same amount of time in a day as Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Michael Jackson, and like Sugar Free said, and you chose to be nobody. We have infinite potential, so why are we choosing to be less? That's deep. That's deep. You could be anything you want to in life. The best person that you see and admire, you could be. He just knows something you don't know and was doing something that you haven't done, which are all things you can learn. Really, when you wake up in the morning, in the house that you in the car that you drive, with the woman that you have, and the life that you have, say, you could really have anything you want in this life. You have the potential to have anything you want in your life, and you chose that. Why is that? But if you recognize that today, you can say, you know what, I'm going to choose better tomorrow. And most of you, if you're under 40 years old, you have more life in front of you than you have behind you. Which means what? The next 5, 10 years could be completely unrecognizable from the last. I've seen it a million times. So start dreaming bigger, start thinking bigger, start recognizing your potential, and get what you really want out of this life. My biggest fear is when I drive through the hood sometimes and I see a family looking at me in my car and the kid gets excited and a woman gets excited, the dude is looking, and I'm like, I was that dude at one point, and I could have stayed that dude if I stayed comfortable. I don't want to look over and see that dude in my dream car with my dream woman, with my great kids going to his dream event and looking over and say, damn, that could have been me. But I decided to just stay where I was. You don't want to get to the pearly gates and God say, you know, you could have had whatever you wanted, right? You really created everything in this world. This is really your entire creation. And you chose what you chose, and you could have chose anything. You know what I'm saying? Robert Turner, 999. Appreciate the top tier game, Goldie. Just became a new member on it game. Oh, appreciate you. Players Club. Yeah, get in the Players Club right now. Weekly calls, courses, daily game. Hey, this Sunday, we're going to be on there. Come with some good questions. I said, I've read over 300 plus books in my life, and I'm most excited about this book. Hey, shout out to you. Shout out to you. How much for the bundle, young sir? Click the link in the description right now. It's on sale. Get it now before it go back up. Another selection. Appreciate the super chat. What made you love yourself more? What was the switch? Oh, there was no switch, and I was just lucky. I was loved as a child. Like, I'm gonna be real. There was no switch for me. I was just one of those lucky individuals that was loved as a child. So most people in life are messed up because they're searching for their dad's love or their mom's love or the love they never got. So they search for it in other people and let people misuse and abuse them because they're searching for that feeling in somebody else to give to them. Well, I was loved as a child, so I always had that. So I never have to search for it in somebody else. So I guess it's just a lucky. Hey, listen, matter of fact, I read something one time, right? I'm gonna have it read. I read something one time and they said, you're not supposed to be away from your parents as a toddler. So what essentially the world is doing is making a bunch of people have lifelong trauma because you are ripped away from your parents and they have to go to work and you have to go to daycare. My mother owned a daycare at our house with my father. So I was always around my parents when I was younger. So the trauma that most people don't even realize they had because they were stripped away from their parents and had to go to some strangers when they were still in that bonding phase that give them lifelong trauma, I never had. On top of that, I had an uncle that always used to tell me, "You a king, you a god." And I admired him so much, I just took it as face value no matter what I had. He said, "Don't matter what you got, what you driving, you a king, you a god." And that reinforced it. And then I got into a lifestyle that's very arrogant, and everybody thinks they's a god. Everybody think they're a king. Everybody want everybody. So I had so much reinforcement of self-love that this is just how I am. And people don't understand it. It's because you're mad at me because you're lacking within yourself. You need that bitch. You need that man. You need this. You need all of these things to make you feel whole. Well, guess what? I'm sorry. I feel whole by myself because my mom and my dad loved me as a child. My uncle let me know I was a god. I got into a lifestyle where it was demanded that the broad bow down, and they all did it. So it's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, so some people have to grow up and rewire themselves to love themselves. I was wired and programmed to love myself. Good question. Speak life into your kids. Tell them they're great. Tell them they're God. Tell them they're king. Speak life into them. Self-love. Listen, I heard this too. One of my mentors said that. What did he say? It was not self-image, but self-esteem. He said he done over $1 billion in how much he sold between all of him and his mentees and companies. He said like he's mentored hundreds, if not thousands of people at this point. He said the difference in people who are successful and not successful are people who have self-esteem and people who don't. And most people don't have the self-esteem. That's why you never do the things, take the risk, because you don't really feel that in yourself. So most people, the reason they're not successful is they're lacking self-esteem, which is what self-love, to feel like you can do anything, you can be anything. So instill self-esteem and self-love into your kids. Most of us right now that's older, yeah, our parents fucked us up. Mine didn't. Yours did. Anyway, yeah, so you have to rewire yourself to have self-esteem. And that's why you self-sabotage. That's why you don't go for things. That's why you care so much what other people think, because you don't self-validate. You care so much what other people think because you don't have any self-esteem. What's Cat Williams said? It's called self-esteem, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So because you need others' validation, you won't do the things that you're supposed to do. And to do anything great, you're going to have to be looked at and ostracized, and people are going to maybe make fun of you until you make it. And so most people don't even try because they care so much about other people because they're not self-affirmed. They don't have self-esteem. They don't have self-love. I just went deep right there. Most of your biggest issues are you don't have self-esteem. You don't have real self-love. Goldie, anywhere on when the Like Who Like You shirt, cut off sleeves you wore in the Players Club for the gym? Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, like I be saying, between the sports betting, between the money I'm making online, it just be like, I ain't gonna say a hassle, but it's just a lot of extra work shipping shirts out and all of that. But I actually have a whole bunch of the cutoff shirts because I never even had them for sale online. So I got a whole bunch of the cutoff shirts. If y'all really want them, I'll put them on the site. And y'all could get the I Like Who Like Me workout cutoff shirts. But I got a lot of new merch coming though. Not a lot. I got a lot for myself, but like I said, it's a hassle. So I'm gonna just have certain things. I'm gonna have like the standard game god jumpsuit. I'm gonna have the god, set, and I'm gonna figure out the other couple I'm gonna have. Sin, cut her off even if she owe you bread and say she gonna pay you back. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna cut her off. I don't need that little ass shit you got. I'm gonna cut you off, and we always gonna know you're a terrible person with no character, right? But I ain't gonna hold my life back onto a broad that I don't want to hold on to about some little bread. You got any questions? If y'all hold on for a minute, I'm about to go grab some. Give me like 30 seconds. Put some questions in the chat right now. I'm about to answer some more questions. Give me 30 seconds. How long have I been on here? Be right back. How long have I been on here? You know what I asked you? See who's still on here. Oh, snap. We still got some people in here. I bet. Yeah, right. Y'all don't be hitting the like button. You know they don't push my content, right? You know they don't put. Oh, Afi, what's the deal, my guy? He says, salute. What's a place in 2026 you want to go that you've never been? Oh, that's a good question. Nah, she want to go there. I don't really want to go there. Um, I want to go to Africa. I know it's many countries in Africa, so y'all don't be like, you know, 'cause it's a continent. Yeah, I want to go somewhere in Africa. I'm not sure exactly where. Appreciate you, Afi. You got to bring it over here all the way. But I want to go to New York. Oh yeah, I love New York. Go to New York. I had one of my mentees move from Texas to New York, and he loves it. He's like best decision he ever made. And he didn't wait like most of y'all will for the perfect conditions because he had a mentor who told him to go. And he said he got the most growth in the past 3-4 months that he has in the past 10 years. What's your question? Do I think marriage could be valuable? Of course, it could be valuable. You know why marriage could be valuable? Because just what I said earlier when I was talking about when two come together in my name, when I talk about Napoleon Hill, a mastermind, I'm not talking about marriage on paper, but marriage on paper could be the same thing. When you have two people committed to each other. See, the thing about marriage is the idea of it. If I'm just with a woman and we go through something, we can break up. If I'm married to a woman, the fact that we made this covenant before God, the fact that we made this commitment on paper is going to make little issues we have to resolve rather than us just walking away over something that could have been resolved because it's easy to do. So therefore, that makes a lot of times a certain bond with somebody. And when you have a certain bond with somebody, you can build with somebody. If you're in a situation where you can just walk away easily, then there's really not a big incentive to build with that individual because I know they could walk away at any time. But if I know I'm married to you contractually, then to build with this person actually makes a lot more sense. And I'm more inclined to want to build with you because I know you can't just walk away. Nobody wants to invest in something that can just be pulled away from you at any time. And that's essentially what you're doing if you just have a girlfriend. But if you're building with your wife, you know that she can't just walk away. I can't just walk away. So we're both equally invested in building together. So in that sense, I see why marriage makes sense. I just don't see how it makes sense if the man makes so much more than the woman. It only makes sense for her, not for him. But if we're both on the grind, if we're both on the come up, then it gives an extra layer of we're not just going to walk away over something petty, you know, and we can build and we can invest in each other because we know we locked in at least to a certain point. And even contractually in a marriage, we got to split 50-50. So if we're both on the come up and you don't have any more than me, then we can build together. And I know I could invest my whole heart into this because you can't just walk away. And if you do, we both got to split what we built. Does that answer your question? You been missed both of my super chats. I'm gonna go look up for him right now. What's his name? If I missed your super chat, my bad. I'm going up right now to watch your super chats. Man, I'm not seeing them, but I believe you. Just send a question in again. Jama, something Haynes 780. Just send your super chats in again. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Tay 925 I like who like me. I done got so much game from this. I gotta pay my dues. Hey man, appreciate you. Do more than that and get some more game. Go to GoldieRatio.com and get you the bundle right now for the price go back up. Yeah, it's a lifetime worth of game. Took me a lifetime to get. Selena Powell been popping it lately on the internet. She went at it with security and you and she talking about Summer Walker with Rico Reckless. Hey man, I love it, man. She listen. The more she popping, the more I might get some traction because people gonna see her name next to mine in some of the videos. Yeah, I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her. You inspired me to get into suits. Do you have any books or chapters on suits? Gonna get your glasses book next, big dog. Just go get the bundle, man. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're just trying to chip and get here and there. You gonna get everything in the bundle, more than you could even devour in a year. Um, I would get a game about the suits, but I ain't gonna do it. It was a time, if y'all scroll like to my Instagram back in like 2015, 16, 17, I wore suits all the time, and it was a real clean, nice look. You know, uh, take somebody off. I see these videos all the time with these homeless men, and they go and they give him a haircut and they put him in a suit. You wouldn't even know he wasn't a manager at a prestigious hotel. You wouldn't know that he wasn't somebody. That's how big your image and perception is, and you have to use it to your advantage. Don't just leave it up to chance. And a suit is probably one of the easiest ways to do that. A suit is one of the easiest ways to enhance your perceived value. It just is what it is. It's cheat code. Tiff, appreciate you, Tiff, with the $50. Always coming through with it, always supporting. Everybody say shout out to Tiff. She always come through with it. I appreciate you. How do you develop character as a man if you think you don't have character? Define character for me. Everybody defines it differently. When you can define character for me, then I can give you a good answer. She said, was in there when Selena started talking crazy. It was super cold when you told her to do what you does and she didn't do anything. She was in the shower. And she came in. If y'all see that, if you see that podcast, she came in. They was all looking. I was like, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? You good. So she was in the shower. But I'm telling her, it's divine. Life is divine. Things happen how they're supposed to happen because I wouldn't have wanted her to come out. She didn't need to, but she would have. And, it didn't need to happen. So it's so many times in my life that things happen in such a perfect way. Somebody watching over you to make sure things happen how they should happen. All right, I'm about to do it right now. B-Day recap. B-Day recap. It's too hard to do it because you got to like put in a stream key. Birthday weekend recap. I mean, it was great. I already told you. She gave me a surprise birthday, and she knew if she would have asked me to put a party together, she knows 100% I would have said don't do it. I would 1,000% said no, don't do it. But she did it, and I'm glad she did it. She had a lot of my people there. I felt good that people would come out their way and pop out for me. It was a great time. Like I said, Chef, he came through. He made sure it was right. AB, he put it together, helped me, surprise me and all that. So, it feel good when people do things like that for you. I appreciate it. But I don't like surprises, and it took me like 30 minutes into the party to even get over what just happened because I was like, my heart palpitating this. But it was a good time. And, one of my best birthdays, I can say for sure. I never been a big birthday person. So I do what I want, when I want, how I want, by myself, whatever I want, whenever I want. So, it was the first time I really did something. So it meant a lot. But, I was in Houston first. Crazy. Miami, then went to Toronto. And it just good time. Good time. I'll say that. The women in Toronto, man, I mean, it's crazy. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe I just ain't never been who I am and never did the things I'm doing. But these women are so loose these days, man. It don't make no sense. And I know these women have boyfriends. Or if nothing more, these women have dudes that like they fuck with. And if they knew what they bra was doing, oh my goodness, man, it was 6 in the morning. We go to the day club, the restaurant, the after club, the strip club, and we back at the spot with a bunch of women at the spot. And then they all leave. And 6 a.m. in the morning, this girl walk in like I'm here for the after party. Mind you, she by herself. Mind you, it's 5 of us dudes in here. Mind you, she wanted to stay. So think about how that went with no shame. What are these women on these days? You know, and I just look at a lot of these women like, oh my goodness, if I had a daughter, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we had a good time even in Miami. We went to Queen Restaurant. If nobody's been, go to Queen Restaurant when you in Miami. Great, you know, $4,000-$5,000 bill. My homies was like, nah, we got it for you. You know, brought out the bottles for my. I'm like, man, I don't need no bottle at a restaurant. They like, nah, you gotta have your sign. They was like, nah, it's a 2,000 minimum if you want your name on the sign. They was like, nah, I got it. So you know, I appreciate them for that. Huh? Yeah, and they bought the 1942, so it was, you know. Then we went out the next club and had 1942 bottles popping. Really just for the look. I don't really care about it like that. Do you fly business class or first class most of the time? Um, business class, but you know, most of the time it's not even called first class anymore. It's only called business class. There's only economy and business class. I think they done took the name first class away, haven't they? Maybe on like Emirates, they still got first class and business class, but now it's really just it's either business class or regular. I flew first class. I flew business class, which is first class, to Houston and back. To Toronto, it was a last minute flight, so I just flew, um, regular. Depend if it's a short flight, and it depend on the price. If it's a short flight, I'll just fly whatever. If it's a long flight, I gotta do. I need my space, my meet and greet. Oh yeah, we doing a meet and greet Art Basel weekend. You know, and if you really want to pop out and you got a little bag to spend, you can come out. You know, city to city, me, chef, and we gonna put it together. So if you want to just do the meet and greet, we could do that. But if you really want to get tapped in, you want to come hang out and do it and see how we do it, let me know. Yeah, and see these women that be falling over themselves trying to get to us and be a part of that, and then come to the after party, and then come to the condo or the mansion where we having all the women at. If you want to do that, you know, it's gonna cost a little bit, but it's gonna be worth it. So you can really see how it goes. You really see how you get chose with your mouth closed. You really see how when bosses is moving in a circle. And then, like I said, everything's connections. You get next to me, you get next to these people, you might make a lifelong connection, and somebody see you and automatically elevate you. So no, that's not gonna be 25K, not at all. His birthday stream was a one and done on a Zoom call if you missed it. How did the Troy Ave connection come about? Uh he knows some of the homies from LA, and just we be out, be doing stuff. We so yeah, he popped out for me. And he was in Toronto with us too. You know, I fuck with that. Hey, you got to know too. Connections are everything. That's why I suggest everybody get on the internet because it's people that you'll meet. Think about all the women that you could meet. You can only meet women in your proximity at this point. What does that mean? The only women that you're really going to meet are women in your proximity, the ones you meet outside. Guess what though? There's 3 billion women in this world. So you're trying to pick from a very small pool of women to find a good connection. What if your entire pool was the whole United States? Well, guess what? You have a lot better odds to be able to find a woman that actually mesh with you, that really like you. And when you get online, you put yourself out there to that, not just for that, but for men as well, as far as friendships, as far as connections. I never had a lot of friends. But me being online, I'm able to find a lot of like-minded people from a lot of different places. You might be in your city and you be like, I don't be fucking with these niggas. That's what I used to say. Well, that's because I'm a certain type of individual. I only mess with my kind in a small area. There's not many of my kind. But when I get a big platform and I'm going here and I'm going there, I'm able to find a lot of my kind. They're just scattered all over the place. So now I could have a whole network of like-minded individuals. So it's very beneficial to get online. And if you want to get the game on that and all the tips and the cheat codes, hit me up. The price of the mentorship is up now. I was doing that deal for a time. If you missed it, you missed it. Now it's full price. And it is what it is. It's still a change your life. Goldie, if I get invited, I'm gonna need to dress like y'all to fit in. Dress however you want to dress. We all dress differently. We don't all dress the same at all. I think every person that I be with, we dress different. Come on with some good questions, man. I'm still on here. I'm still on here, so I need some good questions. You got some questions? Just shoot it off the hip. Just shoot it off the hip. Uh, that's funny. He called me my old name. My homie that just got out of prison. Funny. Nobody called me that in a minute. Uh, all right. Ask the question again. All right. So she said, "What do I think about women who expect so much out of a man but don't have anything going on?" Delusional. Delusional. But listen, you can want whatever you want, and I'm not saying you can't get it. All I'm saying is y'all don't got it though, and ain't never had it. These women out here want something, this ideal in a mind of a man, he's gonna pay for everything and he's gonna do this and he's gonna do that. That's fine for the women who could get it. But 90% of you women haven't got it, won't never get it, because you're not who you think you are. I be thinking all the time, like, bitch be talking about some, I need a man to pay 100% and this, that, and third. You're not even the woman that a man like that a man who would do that for. You don't even know it. You don't even know the type of. I'm not saying there's men out here who gonna go 100%. There is some wealthy men who are gonna pay for everything for a woman. 90% of the women that I talk to asking for that, I know for a fact you are not even the archetype of a woman that a wealthy man who would do that for, would do it for. You're not that. And you don't even know it. You don't even know it. And that's why you don't have it and you're never going to get it. So, I mean, you could want whatever you want. But at some point, you got to say, well, I ain't getting it. I must be the problem. But women don't say that. They say, oh, the man's the problem. These men ain't nothing. No, you're not nothing. It does baffle me a little bit that a woman is expecting somebody outside themselves to do more than they do for themselves. You have a higher expectation for somebody outside yourself than you have for yourself. You want this man to do all these things that you can't even do for yourself. I'm not saying you can't do it. There are women out there that can, but you're not even that. At least be in the gym on a regular basis. At least understand etiquette. At least know how to hold a wine glass. At least know how to articulate your words. At least don't say like every other word. At least be somebody presentable. At least know how to dress in a no. I'm not saying you got to dress classy all the time, but at least know the different venues to how to dress. If you go in a certain place, understand that different places require different attire. At least build yourself up in all the ways that a man could say, you know what, I would pay for everything. At least have a pleasing personality. At least be cordial. At least know how to talk to people, know how to greet people, know how to introduce yourself to people. At least be that. I'm not mad. Listen, work on yourself to that extent at least. A lot of you women don't understand you need to take etiquette classes. You don't even know how to walk. Some of you women walk like men. Some of you women don't know how to hold your wine glass. A lot of you women I go out to eat with do not even know proper etiquette at dinner. And it's embarrassing. But no man is going to tell you that. They're just going to put you in a certain category. But I guarantee you, they're not going to invite you out with their colleagues. They're not going to invite you out with their friends. They're going to put you in that category as I take her out by myself and I go and I have sex with her when I'm done. And you didn't even know. So a lot of you women need to take etiquette classes. And back in the day, I used to send my women to etiquette classes in New York. Nowadays, you can find online stuff to get your etiquette right. You need to understand these things. A lot of you would listen. Back when I was in Vegas, man, I used to have women get in their heels in the house, and I tell them to walk down the hallway from the door to the outside window. Walk, walk, walk. So they had the proper walk. It's a certain way you should walk. That's attractive. That's classy. A lot of you bitches, oh my goodness, it's just y'all just do anything. No, there's a certain way to do things. And now you can say, oh, well, when you do this, that, and the third. Yeah, but guess what? You're the one saying you want somebody to pay. You want a wealthy man to pay 100% of everything. So if you want a wealthy man to pay 100% of everything, these are the things that are going to make the difference. And the fact that you bitches don't even know this shit is why you're never going to get what you think you should have. Free fucking game. Should have paid me for that. Yeah, they did. I see that. Yo, Goldie, what if you walking with your girl and she's an old friend and she gets hyped and start talking and catching up with them? Is that a red flag? Yeah, it's a red flag, but I'm gonna tell you like this, right? If you ain't really been with your woman long and you haven't had rules and regulations and you haven't had talks about how she should behave, then that might be a normal thing for most women because you haven't laced her about it. But that's definitely a situation. The moment it's done, you pull her to the side and let her know, listen, I'm a man of respect. If a man come up, I don't care if he new, if he old, if you got history, it's a certain level of respect that you need to have for me at all times because my image is paramount. And that's not how you conduct yourself when you with me. You know what I'm saying? And you break it down to her like that and see how she take it. If she understand and say, you know what, daddy, I'm sorry, I apologize. The next time that happens, I can see how it looks. I understand I always want to make you look as big as possible. And that didn't make you look as big as possible. So if that ever happens again, I'll change my behavior. Then okay, you cool. If she's one of them, oh, you're doing too much. It's not even that serious. Understand that's not a woman you can have a full life with. It's not a woman you can marry, not a woman you can have a long, because if she can't understand that, it's going to be so much more deeper things that she's not going to be able to understand. But at the same time, if you're not on a regular basis checking things and putting certain standards, then something like that might transpire. And then you have to correct it. But once it's corrected, it needs to be understood. So you got to see what type of woman you're dealing with. And you have to be willing to let her know, baby, I ain't going to walk about it, but I'm willing to walk about it. And if that's how you're going to conduct listen, this is what you tell a woman. If that's how you're going to conduct yourself in public, well, I guess we're not going to be out with each other anymore because you can't hold me to a certain standard and it makes me look crazy. If a woman is out with me, she has to understand I am a certain individual. I have a certain standard. Whether you're me or you're you and nobody knows you. It doesn't make a difference. You should feel the same way. And if a woman is out with you and can't understand how she needs to conduct herself when she's with you to always make sure she makes you look good, because everybody looks at how the woman acts to judge the man. If she can't understand and respect that, that's a woman you decide, I don't go out with you. So either, baby, you gonna get with what I'm talking about, or this is the last time we're ever gonna be in public. Your choice. How do you deal with a woman that don't smoke or drink, even though you don't? What? How do you deal with a woman that doesn't smoke or drink, even though you don't? And how do you deal with a woman that does? Um, it all depends on how they act. If she don't drink, she don't smoke, cool. Cool. We could chill. We could chill. We can hang out. We could watch a movie. We don't gotta do none of that to have a good time. And if it's a woman who does, as long as you can handle your alcohol, as long as you can control yourself, as long as you still respect me and don't get belligerent drunk and don't turn into a psychopath like a lot of women do, then to me, that's cool. Now you get to be my woman for real. Of course, I'm always going to try to mitigate any negative influences, but it ought to just depend on how the woman is. I've had plenty of women where it's like, no, you can't drink. You could drink. You're cool. You turn into Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde when you're drunk. So, and you get disrespectful. So, no, you can't drink. It's just depend on a woman. If she needs attention from the village, she can't be with the king. Facts. And the thing is, most of the time, you got to understand, and it's hard because you probably couldn't tell me this when I was 16 years old. Like, so when I tell it to you, everybody gonna think I'm talking about somebody else, but I'm talking about you. Like, you don't understand. That woman that you with right now, bro, is not good for you. That woman that you with right now is a degenerate. That woman that you with right now is you shouldn't be with her. Right? And when you could understand that and realize you way bigger than that, then you could just let it go. If she need attention, if a type of woman, she need attention, she always need to wear little clothes. She always need to, you can tell that she wants attention from men. She wants, then guess what? You know what type of woman you got. Why keep getting emotionally invested in a situation that you know is only going to get progressively worse and you're going to get more attached? It's going to be harder to walk away. You have to identify these characteristics at the jump and just walk away, or put her in a category of, I know what this is. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of you dudes can't do that. Because if you with a woman, you sleep with a woman, then you can't put her in that category. I could be with a woman and be like, nah, this ain't shit. You know what you got on your hands, man. What's your take on men who buy abs? Do what you want to do. I ain't speaking on what another man do. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Shoot. Do whatever you feel like you want to do with your life, like I do with my life. I don't like when people speak on what I'm doing because I'm a man in my own kingdom. This is my kingdom. Why are you worried about what I'm doing in my kingdom when you have a kingdom? I don't be worried about what nobody's doing in their kingdom. That's their kingdom. That's their kingdom. So in your kingdom, you make the rules, you make the doctrine like I make it mine. Don't speak on mine, I ain't gonna speak on yours. Yeah, a lot of dudes ain't never heard that story before. You got to categorize women. You can be with a woman. Every woman ain't, oh, this is, no, you got to know, like, this bitch ain't shit. You really shouldn't be fucking with her, but I get it. All right, well, bet. This broad over here, like, we just have a good time and shit like that, but that ain't my bitch for real. Don't think women don't do it. Women for sure be with men that they know. They tell their friend, like, this nigga is not shit, and he's really just the best I can get right now, but I would never have a baby with him. I would never have a long future with him. I definitely would never see myself marrying him, but it's just for the time being. Learn to put women in categories like that. Like, she's got these flaws, character flaws. She don't ever want to pay for nothing. She always got attitude. She always up and down. No, that's a bitch that you don't want to have no kids with. That's a woman you can't even build with. But guess what? If you still want her around, cool. Just put her in that category. Like, yeah, we fuck around. But I know what it is. And while I know what it is, I'm still fucking with this bitch who's really my bitch, or I'm really fucking with a bitch who, you know, I'm still searching for that one who's going to really be my woman. You got to categorize women. Said, just DM'd you on Instagram about the bundle. All right, bet. We going to get to you. When you get the bundle, you get a message to sign up for the school group. Is a link for the school group, and that link for the school group will get you in the school group where all the materials for the bundle are. But I'm gonna get to you though. What's the limit for spending beyond your means purely for image? I copped the Subaru WRX 6-speed recently, and I'm treated drastically different. Is there a threshold? Your tolerance. Because, you know, some people be like, oh, no, don't do it. Just get great at what you're doing. The thing is, most of y'all not great. Be like, oh, yeah, just work up your business and become somebody great. I agree with that. But most of you are not that. So if you really want to jump speed what you got going on, image works. Even Neil Patel, I want y'all to Google it. Neil Patel, he's a multi-millionaire, wealthy guy. He said he spent like $300,000 on his wardrobe in a year. And he saw us, he spreadsheeted it out. how much more money he made just based on his image. I mean, granted, he was buying like Armani suits and shit like that, but it just goes to show image matters. Everything is image. Everything is in this life is image. Not everything, but most of it is. And if you miss out on using that element to your advantage, then it's going to be something that's being used to your uh, deficit, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't know, man. Like the fact that you even got to tell people this shit. But I guess, luckily, I had a mentor at a young age who really told me that shit flat out. Nigga, you can't ask the bitch for 10,000 if you ain't got a $10,000 car. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to buy from them. Like, yeah, you could say, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But if it don't look like it, not to say you can't be doing it if you don't have certain things. Of course, you could be a multimillionaire and be in a Honda. But guess what? A multimillionaire in a Honda and a motherfucking broke motherfucking in a motherfucking uh Benz, guess what? Nobody's gonna give a fuck about that guy in a Honda. So if you're trying to sell something, if you're trying to develop a network, I mean, you're just working harder, not smarter. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying break the bank for it. I would. You ain't got to. But I'm just saying, bro, it matter. Invest in it. A 2020 Impala is still important. Depends where you at. I'd say no. But I don't know. Depending where you live, man. Shit, you live in the hood or somewhere, maybe in your state. Uh, every state, every culture got different things that they value. You can't come out to Miami with no Impala, but there are places where if you got an Impala, motherfuckers gonna be like, "Oh, that's a nice car." So shit, do what you want to do. I would always say, "Nigga, go Benz. Fuck the Impala. Go Benz. You can get a Benz for the same price you can get an Impala for. You know, get a Benz. You know, because that one transcends. You know, get a BMW. You know." Nah, she didn't go to Toronto with me. My BM got pregnant by her coworker. Shit. You know what you should say to her? Thank you. She got pregnant by her coworker. Shit. That means she was a rotten broad and glad you found it. Glad she got pregnant. Because if she ain't get pregnant, she'd just been fucking him and fucking somebody else, and you would have never knew anyway. So the fact she got pregnant is the reason it came out. So shit, thank you. And I said it before, man. And ain't a bitch that ever fucked up with me didn't do me a favor. Nobody is where they gonna ultimately be in life. So if any woman fuck up with me now, all you did was relieve me of that extra weight for me to fly and be free and probably get to that next level. So I mean, it may hurt for a minute, but I mean, at the end of the day, shit, if somebody gonna show their true colors, I ain't gonna be mad that they showed them. Somebody said this was a great live. Hey, y'all do me a favor. When this live is over, I want y'all to go through it. I want y'all to watch it, and I want y'all to timestamp parts that y'all like so I can have my editors clip it up. My favorite cars are the Dodge Charger, Hellcat, and the Dodge Durango SRT. I've never been into them cars, but I do know like in certain places like they value that shit. I would say get you a Benz though. Goldie, you should drop some more music. I think you probably drop some dope ass songs. I think I'm gonna talk some shit on some albums though. Yeah, we got something in the works. How do I get a woman to come out of her whole check? It's easier than you think, but we can't talk like that on here. Getting the game, God, Brotherhood, the Players Club. Somebody said, "Can you do longer streams?" Yeah, I'm gonna start doing longer streams. I'm gonna start actually going outside on my Twitch. Follow my Twitch right now. It's in the description, and y'all can really see how I'm living. What's the best first Benz to cop for beginners? I don't know. They got so many motherfucking Benzes now. Don't get the CLA. Just don't get that. What you really want to do is you want to get Soon as they come out with a new model, you want to get the first model. Soon as they come out with a new model of a certain car, you want to get the first year of the last model. The price drops drastically. And nobody's really going to see that new model for a few years anyway. So you're still going to be looking new and the price just dropped. Cheat code for y'all ass right there. So let's just say they come out with a new 2025 Bentley. And this year they changed the body style. Ain't nobody really going to have that shit. Ain't nobody really going to see that shit. So now what you do is you go get the 2020 Bentley, because the 2020 Bentley was, that body style was up until 2024. So you don't get the 2024, it's going to be too much. But the 2020 going to look exactly like the 2024. And since they just dropped the new body style 2025, the price is going to drop drastically. And then you go get the first year of that last model. Yeah. S580, S500, yeah, for sure. S-Class, you can't go wrong. That's the boss whip. Nigga, they got motherfucking diplomats ride the S-Class in motherfucking different countries. What advice would you give to someone who feels unable to leave their hometown due to a sick parent? I don't know, because I don't know if I don't know if you're taking care of your sick parent. I don't know if your sick parent is able to be taken care of without you. So I can't say. But what I would always say is, man, follow your dreams, man. Even if you got a sick parent, I guarantee they would want you to go chase your dreams. Because if you went and chase your dreams and accomplish your dreams, you might be able to do something and have them more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't know. I don't really know your situation, but I don't know if they sick and about to die, right? Or if they just sick and they could get better, or they just sick and they just can be sick for a long term time. But at the end of the day, if you go out and chase your dreams, you'll be a lot more serious about chasing your dreams to make sure you accomplish those dreams, because you got a sick parent that you got to take care of. And that might be better for both of y'all. Yeah, those are hood cars. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I was trying to sugarcoat it. Nigga, fuck a Charger. Nigga, SRT. Nigga, don't nobody, no bitch I fuck with give a fuck about that shit. Nigga, like, yeah, that nigga in the hood. Nigga, nigga, bring that shit out to Miami. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. You don't get no points for that. I'm just keeping it real. That's why you gotta broaden your horizon. Broaden your horizon. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. You know who might care about that shit? Some niggas. Man, you think I'm getting a car for the niggas? Nigga, I get it for the bitches. Nigga, you do what bitch out here give a fuck about that shit? Some hood bitch I ain't even trying to fuck with. You know what I mean? But for that same amount of money, though, you can get some shit that these hoes like, that these dudes respect out here. Now, I'm not saying don't get what you like. It's not what I'm saying. Get whatever you like. If it makes you feel good, then you going to walk how you supposed to walk. You going to talk how you supposed to talk. I'm just saying, like, from the average perspective of the people that I don't, niggas don't give a fuck about that shit. That's actually, you could ride a fucking Honda and niggas would think damn near the same. I'm just telling you. And that's why environment is important. Certain environments, that shit is big. Certain environments, it's not. When you get to bigger environments, you start to recognize, you start to reach for bigger. Tony stacking chips just came, drop lamb. Shout out to my guy, Tony stacking chips. I ain't see what he said, though. What if they were to shut down all the social medias down and you were trying to build your brand? Wouldn't it be smarter to get something else before building a brand? Do what you want to do. I mean, like, do what you want to do. But to say, oh, what if they shut all social medias down? Well, I guess I'd have to figure something else out. But I'm not. We could always talk about the worst case scenario and anything. Hey, man, what if AI took over everything and you couldn't even get no job no more? Well, then being on social media would probably be the most profitable thing, right? Because at least AI can't take over what I'm doing. You can put all my shit into AI. Ain't nobody gonna talk like I talk. Can't nobody be me. Can't nobody be you. So if we talking hypotheticals, man, shit, think hypothetical about some other shit that AI might take over. Goldie, how long could my life go 180 with a burning desire and applying the game that you teach financially and with relationships? I'm already physically healthy. Change your entire life. Change your entire life. I've seen it a million times. Oh, he said he copped a black drop Lambo. You ain't see? I think I might have seen it. I think I did see it. Yeah, that's what's up, man. He doing his thing. He moving up. I love to see it. What happened to Dr. Dude? I think he said something, but because he didn't drop a super chat, I might not have seen it. All right, man. What other questions y'all got before I jump off of here? I got things to do, people to see, hands to shake, babies to kiss. You know what I'm saying? Got to shake hands, kiss babies like the mayor, man. That's what I got to do out here. Y'all got anything for me? And to think in this day and age, you can get this type of game on YouTube for free. Crazy. Too much game. Come on with some questions, man. Do you give advice to women? First off, all my advice can be flipped on a woman's perspective. I'm talking self-value. I'm talking building yourself up. I'm talking self-investment, self-esteem. So anything that I say, even about men to women, women can use it on men. I just don't specifically talk to women because my audience is men. And y'all don't do right. You're not righteous with the game. But I've had multiple women in my program, in my community, school groups, and even one-on-one calls. I actually give more game to women, and it's easier for women because dudes are so easy. So if I gave game to women, you'd have an unfair advantage. You know, my entire lifestyle up until the past couple of years was giving game to women, you know, and I saw what they could do with it. So if you got a question, give me a question. I'll give you the game. If you got a question, give me a question or call in. Even better if you got a question. McQueen taking the game to Hollywood. Hey, I feel it though. I love to see it. I love to see it because he's still giving a message. He giving a message to a lot of people who wouldn't see it. There's a lot of people who don't watch me who watch him, and they still getting it. They changed their paradigm. They making a woman required. They stand on their value. So I love to see it. Longest video, I think. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm on here this long. Man, listen, y'all do me a favor. Go get the Game God bundle. Do yourself a favor. Go get the Game God bundle before the price go back up. Change your life. And you really need to get in the Game God Brotherhood. Link in the description. Game God Brotherhood, the Players Club. You get courses that's unreleased. You get weekly calls to really chop it up with a community of us players. Ask your questions, get some game, and I talk in a way that I can't talk on here. So she said, if I call, I really get to talk to you. Yeah. If you want to call, then call in right now before I jump off. If you want to call in before I jump off. She said, I love the way you explain things. Tina Latimer, 2798. Yeah, tell me, what exactly did you like that I said tonight? Said, I'm still here, bro. He answered my question, never said I was going to wife Shorty. All right, I was giving it a minute to see if somebody called in. Well, listen, you know what we need to do? We need to do a show specifically to have women call in and ask about some game. I think that would be good so y'all can see a different perspective. Some of y'all might be mad, though. That's why I ain't did it, because when I get these women a game, I'm telling you, man, I had women that were sharks. I feel bad for any man they do it right now because the game that I gave them. You know what I'm saying? Be able to slice a man's head off and he wouldn't even be the wiser if I give these women a game. All right, check this out. Last thing I'm going to say. Look at the description of this video. Get your Game God bundle before the price go up. Get in the game, God Brotherhood. Get chose with your mouth closed, God. Tap in, tune in, stay tuned in. I didn't get the call from the young lady, so I'm out.